Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of Jedi Master Yoda. And this is Inside the Force. Listen, you will. Foreseen it I have, yes.
It is a period of Star Wars mania. As new movies, comic books, novels, and TV shows populate the system. Fueled by their love and passion for the galaxy far, far away, two exceptional geeks tap into hundreds of holocrons in order to bring you the knowledge and insight of all things Star Wars. Come and join them as they go inside the Force.
Hey everyone, Dave Cottingham here with Casey Cooley.
Hello, everybody.
We are back for episode 2 commentary as we lead up to episode 7, the release. So if you're seeing this afterwards, we've already watched it. But
hey, you still listen to
hey,
it.
if you want to watch and listen to our commentary, our thoughts and feelings about episode 2 as we watch it. If you're on YouTube, hello.
Hi. You can see us.
Yeah, more than likely the other ones are on here. If not, they will be. If you're on the podcast, thanks for sticking with us. And this is just kind of an extra episode.
Yep.
No news or anything. We're just going to plug away and commentate on episode 2. Go check out all the episodes. And if it's months down the road, you're probably getting an episode 7 commentary.
Oh, gosh. Yes, you will.
Yeah,
you will.
You will.
Yeah.
You will. All right, so everybody listening or watching, we're getting ready to watching. You'll see it pop up, so don't worry about it. But if you're on the podcast, we are getting ready to start this thing, so get your Blu-rays ready.
Yeah.
We are watching Blu-ray.
Of course.
Star Wars Saga.
Come on, people.
Yeah, come on. We got Anakin here because Anakin's the big focal point.
He's it.
Anyway, all right, here we go. So getting ready to hit the button. So get your Blu-rays ready, and in 3, 2, 1.
So 3 seconds.
4 seconds. 5.
Five.
There's the 20th Century Fox. All right, here we go, guys.
Yep.
Episode 2, released in 2002.
Yeah.
So,
I actually did not see this one in theaters.
I, of course, did.
Yeah. I do not remember at all this coming out. It was just a big blur to me, honestly.
Yeah, and we were talking about it, getting the tickets for episode 7, that unlike, there was no pre-order then.
Right.
So you had to wait in line.
Yeah.
Now, I got to admit, in this movie, we knew somebody that was working at the theater.
Yeah.
So we were able to show up even like about 2 hours before, get our tickets, and get right in.
So you had pre-ordered it in your own way.
In a sense, we got in there. But just the overall excitement for this movie was, to me, just as high as episode 1. Even though there's arguments out there, episode 1 hit or miss for people.
Yeah.
This was, if you go back and watch the trailer, and I advise anybody before they listen to us, go back and watch the trailers of these movies. They're all on StarWars.com, Star Wars YouTube channel. There were very well done trailers. I mean, they got you excited.
Yeah.
And this one, if everybody remembers, it really does focus on Anakin and the love story, and you had to have it. You knew it was coming. Because somehow you got to figure out how the twins are born.
They got a baby mama. Got to figure out who that is.
But
how that happened.
But just the idea of hearing the start of the Clone Wars was enough to get me here.
Yeah, and just reading through the crawl right there, talking about the those unrest in the galaxy, and just thinking like, how did that unrest even happen? I feel like there's still some story there that we needed to know about. And
we got to remember now,
10-year gap,
10 years now, right? Yeah. At the end of episode 1 to now, and the only episode so far to actually pan up from the crawl.
And it's such a bizarre thing. They just
they flip
upside down. It's still right side up. It's gravity. Come on.
Yeah,
it's weird.
That's weird.
I feel like already it has a different look.
Well, okay,
because this is digital.
Yeah, this is completely shot with an HD digital camera, the Sony the big Sony Cine Alta that basically Lucas created to shoot this movie on. Episode 1 was still shot on film.
Yeah.
So full HD, and this was one of the first movies to be shot fully in HD at the time. So yeah, there's a much cleaner, crisper look. You won't see the film at all, any scratches or dust or anything.
Which we will see in episode 7.
You probably will. I mean, it's gotten better, obviously. I mean, There have been newer digital film cameras. But
but Abrams he's a purist.
He is a purist,
which is fine. It's fine. But it's a foggy day in Coruscant.
Was Star Trek I shot on film?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Now, like the first movie, I actually read the novels. Did you read any of the novelizations for these?
The third one I did.
The third one, okay. So I read episode 2, the novelization, before I actually saw the movie.
Yeah, so you knew.
So I kind of knew, obviously, how everything was going. Yeah, so this is
death.
But a really cool. I mean, even that's a cool shot. A really cool way to open the movie, I thought.
Yeah. You can't see. Already kind of seeing like the digital look of it, like the digital sets of it all.
Right.
Like he's going even more digital in this one. It's kind of like that Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow kind of thing. But
now here's the thing. Now episode 1, of course, we got to Coruscant.
Yeah.
We got to the Senate. But I feel like in this part here, we really truly see the city. You know, with the chase that's coming up soon.
Yeah, you actually get to the ground.
You get to the ground. Yeah, you just see more of the city in this episode.
Yeah.
You get into the Senate a little bit more, into her apartment and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said in the first episode, I love Coruscant. This is like, if I lived in the Star Wars galaxy, I would live on Coruscant.
Yeah.
Great scene here from the trailer.
There's a healer Jedi we were talking about in the first, and there's her. I think it's her apprentice.
That is apprentice, correct? Yeah.
Clone Wars.
So Kit Fisto there, Plo Koon, Ki-Adi-Mundi. I failed to.
I'll look her up right now.
Yeah. Of course, Yoda and Mason there, but this is the first time when they were released that we actually saw a digital Yoda.
True.
That's the first shot of a digital Yoda that we first saw.
Yep.
And I think it is fantastic. I mean,
you
know, of course we all had that kind of stomach feeling going into this, like, oh my God, he's going to fight in this. How is that going to look? Which we'll talk about when it gets there. But fantastic looking Yoda. I mean, looks more like the puppet in, you know, the original trilogy than in episode 1, which thankfully they replaced.
Yeah.
But the puppet in episode 1 was, I remember seeing that. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That did not look anything like him, but love how he looks in this. Really looked forward to getting more Mace Windu in this. You know, we didn't get enough of him in episode 1. I felt like we got a tease, and he just sat there all the time.
Do you know what color lightsaber he even had?
And he was originally packaged as a blue one. But then
I had that
changed it. They changed it, I think, in this one, right?
Yep, he has a different lightsaber. There's Rose Byrne.
There's Rose Byrne.
Spacing out, looks like she's... Oh, gosh.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Now, I don't think Rose Byrne was even really a household name at that point, was she? Yeah.
I don't know.
Keira Knightley from the first episode 1, if you guys remember that. But
I didn't know Rose Byrne until Troy. She was in Troy.
Yeah, she was in Troy. Right. Yeah. I can't remember what movie I remember her in, but anyway, you know, this is Bail Organa. First look at Bail Organa.
Yes.
Played by Jimmy Smits.
Chancellor's looking old. It's already that look always interests me. That shot. He's like he's looking like trailer. It is a trailer shot. He's kind of just like, I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing there?
Yeah, Palpatine's. You know,
10 years.
It's people are. You know, there's all this speculation though about how he. What is that? Is that the Force or the dark side? But technically, that's kind of aging him, or is it just the pressure of being the Chancellor?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of questions that even come up in episode 3. I'm sure we'll talk about when we get there. But when he gets deformed or whatever, does he always look like that, or is it actually the lightning that does that? You know, I think there's a definitive answer lately, but
we've talked about that in the show. The encyclopedia the encyclopedia really answers the question about the whole battle at the end. Like, you know, was he always holding it back? But that's a good question. Here's Anakin. Here's
Anakin.
First look. There's Kurt Cobain, Obi-Wan Kenobi there.
Yeah. Now, Hayden Christensen obviously casted as Anakin Skywalker here.
Yeah.
Big surprise, a lot of people thought, because he was kind of relatively an unknown actor.
Yeah.
I think he's a Canadian actor, so he was kind of done some shows up there or whatever. But landed the part, Anakin Skywalker, which some could argue that it was a doomed role. To be honest, I mean,
yeah,
you know, there were some lead actors that were in the role running for
Leo DiCaprio, wasn't he?
Leo DiCaprio, even Ryan Phillippe was in.
I always liked him.
I thought he would have been probably pretty good.
Yeah.
But in the end, you got Hayden Christensen and his first introduction back after 10 years with Padme. So, which is interesting because now that there's a new established canon, there's supposed to be stories that are coming out between.
There's a comic coming
1 and
out.
2. There's a comic coming out. So he never runs into her in that 10-year gap, apparently.
Guess not.
You know, so there's going to be times, I guess, maybe he's thinking about her or dreaming about it, you know. But
what's she doing right now?
But this is the first time she's seen him. So, and as you can see, there's no Captain Panaka.
No, he's out.
It's Captain Typho, which is his nephew.
Yeah.
In the movie, his nephew. And of course, Jar Jar is still there.
Taking a bit of a back seat, but he has a big role in this movie actually towards the end. And that kind of, but the vote of no confidence stuff, he kind of motions that. You know, but yeah, this is already first glimpses of Anakin defying kind of what? Yeah, what? And Jar Jar's going awkward, like, oh gosh.
Yeah, but you already can kind of notice, which I don't know if you have, but Anakin's wardrobe is always darker, a little darker, right? So he's got a really light colored brown. Anakin always has the darker one, and even in episode 3, it gets black, basically. So, I mean, obviously, that's probably the creative choice.
Yeah, George Lucas has always been about that. Good guys wearing lighter colors, bad guys. With like the main guys like Luke and Vader.
Right.
Now, Rey and Kylo Ren, very bright and very dark colors.
Which is strange that Luke ends up wearing black in episode 6.
Yeah, it's always been a very metaphorical, like he's kind of in that gray,
teetering on the side. Yeah,
he hasn't made his choice yet whether to be a Jedi. You know, gone that way.
I would imagine that apartment's probably a pretty high dollar apartment.
Oh yeah, many credits. Yeah. Like windows all around you.
Oh yeah, just at the penthouse of that building. Yeah. Basically, you know, you just walk outside and you get this little transport going.
Yeah.
But really cool scene coming up here. I tell you what, you know, a lot of it was in the trailers. It's, you know, this little exchange here.
Yeah.
Zam and Django. These things. I mean, this actually creeps me out. Those little worms.
Yeah, what the heck?
I mean,
what are they doing?
Those
poisons are gonna kill her.
Yeah, they're supposed to, I guess, fight her.
And they're smart too. They stop later on, like when the light's coming at them.
Yes, but I was always creeped out by that. Those little things, man.
Obi-Wan's getting a little hot. You gotta take off his robe.
Yeah, take the robe off. Yeah, but see how? Yeah, he's got a who?
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I like Anakin's though too. That's probably what I would wear.
Yeah,
I do the dark color probably, right?
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of the scene coming up to the chase. I think, if I remember correctly, there was a much longer sequence in the book.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I think it might have been shot too, but it got cut. But I don't know if you like when when Obi-Wan jumps onto the droid.
Right.
He's flying around. He actually breaks into it, like busts into it, and he's trying to like.
Yeah,
navigate it, act, you know, and I think he does it for a little while, and then finally it just kind of shuts off. And
this shoots it out of the sky. But,
you can actually see a lot of the green screen on that. Actually, the little bit of a haze around them on that. So
that's why I guess they do a lot of blue. They start to do more blue screen. I feel like because I read it's easier to get rid of that kind of outline, color correct a little easier.
I actually like this shot here, right here, when he says, you know, when Anakin's talking about his mother, and then he says something like heals in time, right? Obi-Wan, that shot right here.
Yeah.
That's a great shot, right? I think it's a great shot. Like the cinematography. I really actually think the cinematography in this is phenomenal. Look at that.
Yeah.
Backgrounds, Coruscant.
Yeah,
it's just some really good looking stuff. But like I said, you can see a little bit around their edges. Now, again, this is being Blu-ray and HD. It's easier to see it, I guess, catch it. But
that's why I think George maybe isn't the best director regarding how he works with actors, but he is the best one of the best directors in how detailed he is with the set and with everything else around him. Like he knows where everything's going to be, what everything should look like. He has a clear vision. It's just that communication with actors. He himself has said he's not the best at, but he knows what he wants to do.
Right, he does. Like I said, this part creeped me out, man. I'm like, oh my God, if I woke up and saw a couple of those things in my bed, I'd be freaking out.
I don't know how I'd be able to sleep in the Star Wars world because there's so many things.
Oh my gosh,
that could kill you.
So many things.
Like Tatooine, I wouldn't live on Tatooine. There's a Krayt dragon out there.
There are
dragons.
That's right.
Sarlaccs that could go, in the tunnel throughout the whole underneath you. Like it's insane.
And you think you can go to a big city and not be able to sleep without these things crawling in your bed? Yeah, right. Even a R2 can't even see them.
A little flashlight he's putting. And he goes to sleep. Come on.
Go to sleep.
R2. Yeah, very smart. Blow bugs there.
But, I wonder, it kind of makes you wonder a little bit, don't you? Like the sensing the danger? I mean, I don't know. What makes, does a creature have to be somewhat force sensitive?
I think it's just the Jedi. They're just aware. They can just, like in the books, that's why I always love reading the Star Wars books because the way they describe the Force is so cool. Like, you literally are attuned to just everything around you. Like, you just kind of reach out. Like, they say in the movie, like, reach out with your feelings. They're, like, reaching out with their awareness. And they can just sense it's happening. Very much like how sometimes you can sense someone watching you.
Now that is awesome.
He just jumped out.
Jumps out of a window.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just going to jump out the window.
Weird.
See, that's why
that's Obi-Wan.
He's so trusting in the Force. He knows he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to jump out. I'll grab onto it. If not, I'll find a way to survive.
Yeah. Like you can actually see
some of the green.
Some of the stuff hanging out like out of the droid.
Oh, because
I think he already had done it. You know what I mean? And I think they filmed it. They obviously just cut it short, but
probably it's already a long movie.
Yeah, it's already a long movie, right? But again, you get a big view of Coruscant and the traffic, the vastness of it.
Right.
That was the guy. That was the guy that was in one of the his creature was in the pod race the other night. Yeah.
Doug.
Little Doug and got to get the Poodoo in, right?
Yeah, Poodoo, Bantha Potter, come all that stuff.
But no, I really looked forward to this sequence. I remember when I went and watched this movie in the theater. Big chase scene, something that we haven't really seen, and obviously we haven't seen in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, it felt like the pod race in Episode 1 was like kind of George's big sequence, chase sequence and action sequence, and this is kind of one of the ones before we get to, all the stuff that happens in the Clone Wars stuff. Because if you think about it, after this, there really isn't a ton of action.
Yeah.
Until the end, because there's just a lot of setting up. Again, we talked about in Episode 1, a lot of political issues that happen in this, right? A lot of stuff that happens like, oh, wow, there's a clone army? What do we do with that? Then we got to vote for that. Then, who started the clone army? And then you just got to get through a lot of stuff. Obi-Wan does his investigation. Yeah. Anakin does his protecting.
Falls in love.
And falls in love and all that. So until we get to Geonosis, it does just slow down a little bit. And I think that probably turned a lot of people off on this.
But once again, the fights we get at the end of it, though, are pretty awesome.
Once you see battles. Mace walking down that hallway, it's like
greatest lines. Greatest lines.
This party's over.
This party's over. It's just a Sam Jackson thing.
Sam Jackson, right?
This party's over. Come on.
People just said, you see that wallet? What's that wallet say?
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
I don't think I could live on Coruscant because I feel like I would crash if I ever had to fly throughout the traffic.
Well,
we read that it's kind of a controlled traffic.
It is a
system.
controlled traffic, right? Yeah, you're not even flying yourself. I don't think you're supposed to be flying.
You get
yourself.
in these lanes, and it kind of just takes. It takes you through it. But like something like Anakin, I guess you have to have the Force, otherwise you'd crash.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, only Jedi could probably do all that. Yeah.
A lot of this reminds me of the Fifth Element.
Yes,
chasing that.
Love that movie, by the way.
Oh gosh, yes.
Fifth Element is one of my best. Now this is what I was always wondering. This
Why
do that? Why don't you just stay on one side, just fly?
He's Anakin. He's got to be a showboat. He's got to make it cool and fun.
You know,
or like coming up here when she shoots this stuff, like
go above it.
It didn't really hurt him at all.
Yeah, but just go above it.
Yeah,
like go up.
Like,
and does that mean he's done it before?
I guess so. He doesn't even. Yeah. That was short. It's like that. What was that? Tickled. Like,
yeah,
they just flew right through that.
But there's like, wait, how many times I gotta tell you?
Yeah.
Like, God, every time you go through this,
stay away from power couplings.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, yeah, I just love the look of the Coruscant. I mean, I think, and how demanding. I can't imagine how demanding that was as a visual effects artist. You know what I mean? Like,
just be aware.
Look at that, all that stuff back there. If you just take a look back there, it's just.
Yeah, all
so many moving parts, so many buildings. You know, sometimes that stuff kind of looks like Joel Schumacher Batman too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like,
with all the spotlights and colors.
Yeah,
but I love it. I wish we would have been able to get that 13-13 game.
Absolutely. Now, do they go down to one of the levels, or is it just the ground floor of the top level?
No, I don't know what level it is. It might be the ground floor of this level. I don't know if it's even they've gone even in the core yet.
Yeah, I don't think they.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this might be the stuff above
the.
I guess that's. Yeah, I don't know.
Lower levels probably.
I'm not sure how they figured that out.
That would be cool though. Yeah, if we saw that.
What a cool shot!
Gosh, he's one hit, he's done.
Yeah, no, dead.
Oh, arms out of your sockets.
Yeah,
they're alive. Come on, people. Let's be a little realistic here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But you got to get the lightsaber out. Come on.
Yeah. Oh. Man, that's what I've always loved about Anakin, though. He's such a he just does these crazy things, but he always succeeds. Like does all these crazy things as a pilot. He's such a daredevil. You know, again, like in the Clone Wars and reading in the books, like it always describes him as just being so, you know, so sure of himself that he can do these crazy stunts. You know, I love that. What? What is that? That was weird.
Now, I think we mentioned it in episode 1 commentary, but there were some novels out, I think, that kind of described their.
This is funny. I think
their Jedi, his training of him.
Yeah,
there were some junior novels, I think, that had a lot of adventures of.
Yeah,
which unfortunately aren't canon anymore.
Yeah.
But, you got to think about 10 years. I mean, 10 years, there's a lot of relationships there that in building and trust. And you just don't get a sense of that, I don't think, when you just watch the movies.
Right.
Because, which ultimately leads to a lot of the tragedy of them fighting in episode 3. I mean, after that point, it's 13 years together?
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It's hard to, even now, it's like him not always listening to Obi-Wan or kind of going his own way. It's,
which I wonder if that was always the case, or since he's getting older, if he just kind of, teenager, just kind of like grew to be a little rebellious, but. Yeah, we'll see in the comics.
Is he 19, 20 right now?
He should be about 18, 19, I think.
Yeah.
And like 21, 22, episode 3.
Still a Padawan.
Yep. That's
still a Padawan.
Jeez, that's a long time.
And it's kind of sad because, most younglings, right, they're always with Yoda. Mm-hmm. Before they actually go into,
before they get
until they get a master and a Padawan.
Yep.
Anakin, we're pretty sure Anakin skipped that phase, correct?
No, yeah, he went straight to Obi-Wan.
He was not a youngling. Mm-hmm. He was straight into a Padawan. So there's obviously reason there that someone that doesn't get the full training, and when you're not taking, that's why they keep saying, he's too old, or someone's too old when they're 8, 9.
Yeah.
Because younglings, I mean, from birth till
pretty much birth.
Yeah.
Several years old.
Oh, yeah.
About 2 or 3, I feel like.
I think that might even be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're able to send some right at birth who's kind of force sensitive or not.
I might even say in that encyclopedia there that Obi-Wan pretty much at birth was just given or taken.
Right.
Yeah, these Jedis are baby snatchers. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. But that's, and then again, Luke.
Oh, that was Lucas's daughter.
That's Lucas's daughter, right?
He waved at her. That's such a funny.
His ear, his thing is in his head.
Save that guy's life.
But yeah, I'm just saying that I think you have to really weigh in on their relationship, and just realize that 10 years, that's all that he's been standing by Obi-Wan's side, training. Yeah. You just gotta understand how tragic it is that they would even fight each other, especially when after even years after that and into episode 4.
Yeah.
That, the prequels, how significant or how just relevant. There's that was On My Best, and that was Anthony Daniels.
Yeah.
But how significant does that make that confrontation in episode 4 now? You know what I mean? Like when you just don't know the history when you first watch episode 4. Now you kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, so that's why you should watch them in chronological order.
Pretty much.
Because it gives you so much more.
And we're responding to our Periscope we did.
Yeah,
before.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. People were asking, like, what order should you put it in?
Yeah, always a good question.
It is a good question. And, who was that just flew off?
He's just watching the whole time.
He just shot a dart into my neck. So she was a changeling, right? Or something?
Changeling, yeah. Changeling. Yeah, this is a toxic dart.
That is a toxic dart. I'm touching right now.
Yeah, let me taste it real quick.
So this is where we start getting into the investigations and the love story of Anakin. Now, if you look around, I think there is, after 10 years, there's a little bit of difference on who's on the council.
Some guys get booted off. Maybe some have died. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, yeah, maybe.
Who knows? Something could have happened. Yeah, you see a wide shot here. See who might be gone. Is that one Yoda copy Yaddle or Yaddle, whatever her name is?
Is he on? I don't think he's on this one, right? I think he's episode 3.
He was in the first one.
Oh, he's on the first one?
I saw him in the first one.
Okay.
Well, was that a girl or was it a boy?
I think it's I can't remember. I think it's a girl.
Female or female? I actually cannot remember, but
I think it's a girl.
Oh, there it is.
Here he is, Anakin dealing with the Chancellor, many shots. Now, I love, obviously his office is very similar to kind of Death Star-ish, and you could see the crimson in there and a lot of gray.
Yeah. His rotating chair.
I mean, the chair looks exact same. It looks like
his freaking rotating chair.
I think he moved that into the Death Star.
Yeah, probably.
It's the same chair. Like, go get my chair off of Coruscant.
Yeah, that one.
I want to put that in the Death Star throne room.
It's a huge office.
That's probably what he was mad about the most, maybe, when the Death Star blew up the first one.
Yeah.
Like, my chair?
Yeah.
I mean, I put my chair there for a reason.
Yeah, I haven't sat in it
think
yet.
it was going to... Now, this is our first glimpse of the temple.
Yeah.
Outside of
big temple.
the spires, right?
Yeah. A lot bigger on the inside.
It's a lot bigger on the inside. Yeah.
Yoda's just floating around there. He doesn't even... Lazy. That's the thing. We always see Yoda sitting, rolling around there in this little thing. They're finally at the end.
Now, this is a sense where I think a lot of people were upset with. Was if you look at that scene... I think everything is digital. Like, I don't think there's anything practical there.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of people were upset about is like, give me something practical too.
Yeah.
I understand there's digital effects, but let's use some practical sets. And I think that's what, ultimately what JJ was talking about when he wanted to do with episode 7 was brings some practicality to it.
Yeah.
Even though there are a lot of practical sets in the prequels, a lot more than people I think
right.
or even know. But that scene was particularly, you can just tell the whole thing was CG.
Right.
The whole thing. I mean, that shot with Yoda, the whole shot is CG. You know.
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar again. There he is. She's getting all pouty.
The hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This first kind of the buns, almost the buns look. We're evolving there, you know. It's like she's starting to get the hairdos like we see Leia in the original trilogy, and but overall, let's talk really about how do you feel about Anakin's or Hayden's acting ultimately in this movie?
I don't know. I've never been a fan, like many people. Something. I mean, I don't think he's 100% bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the writing or the directing or if it's just Hayden Christensen. I've never really been a big fan of him in many of his movies. There's one film I loved him in, Life as a House. He kind of played the same kind of whiny, angry teenager kind of guy. But I don't know. It's just sometimes he seems dry. And as a character, he kind of pouts and cries and whines a lot. But I mean, I guess that's just the way Anakin is. He's growing. He's maturing and frustrated. But like right there, like it's not fair. So I don't know if it's dialogue or if it's just the way he performs it or both. Because we saw in episode 1, like you can have, kind of bad writing and still have actors like Liam Neeson make it seem great. So I think it just might be a combination of Hayden Christensen as not the strongest actor at this time in his life, and then also George Lucas not able to direct him well enough. But he must have saw something in him. I mean, it's just how tall he is. I don't know, but he's all right. I think Ryan Phillippe or something like that would have been better, but
yeah, I think he probably should have gone with a known actor. You imagine if, like, truly, you imagine if that was Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
it changed everything. Changed his career totally.
Well, he had already done Titanic.
Yeah.
So
I think it would have helped and hurt in a way. Like,
you think it would have hurt?
It hurt in some ways where,
or you think it would have made this better?
He would have been better, yeah. But I think he would still have that. I feel like that it's just such a strong thing. He would still have that attachment, like, oh, that's Anakin Skywalker. It's Leonardo DiCaprio, but it's
true.
Like Ewan McGregor's. Although he's had a fantastic career, and so is Natalie Portman. But I think it still follows him. The Star Wars still follows him a little bit.
I mean, in my opinion, Hayden. I mean, Hayden has the look.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
I think, I remember seeing, like, I think on StarWars.com during the filming of episode 2, they actually showed, they had a rendering of Jake Lloyd growing up and turning into Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Like each stage of it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that like printed on the back of the junior novels. They'll do stuff like that. Like
yes.
Through the ages. Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody knows, but I've seen if anybody's seen the interview with George years ago. This is probably in the 80s some point, but I remember reading it or hearing it. Like how he casted. How he was actually, I think it was early 90s because as he was thinking about casting for episodes 1, 2, and 3, he looked at younger pictures of like Carrie Fisher's mom,
right,
and Mark Hamill's parents,
right,
and tried to find someone similar. So that's what I was about to say. That's the thing you get into is that if you look at Leo, Hayden, Ryan, they all kind of similar. They look
definitely Ryan Phillippe.
Yes,
I think looks a lot like Hayden Christensen.
I agree.
Yeah,
they're all similar kids, looking kids. So there is that element when you do prequels like that. You are stuck with a certain look.
Yeah.
So you have to find someone that's talented enough that actually matches the look first, versus finding the talent and then putting him in a character. You know what I mean? So you run into that. But Hayden, I don't know.
I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio was a little older. He was late 20s even.
Yeah.
mid to late 20s at this point.
But he has that young face.
He does, yeah. But this was like the only time he was in Catch Me If You Can and Gangs of New York.
Yes.
So he was growing up, but
he was
still
starting
had
to
that
do
look.
those Scorsese movies and all that. So, but no, Hayden. But as far as my opinion of Hayden's acting is, I think I agree with you. I think the dialogue, as everybody knows, the dialogue in this movie is pretty weak. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, you put him in scenes with Natalie Portman, I just think you're going to see flaws because Natalie is so good.
Yes.
And Natalie,
even though she has some, flop of the lines as well, but she works it mostly well.
But she never wavers, she is that character Amidala, and she speaks a certain way.
Yeah.
And but the beauty of it is I think you can see the evolution of her character, like the way she talked in episode 1 as a queen, and now she's just a senator. It is a little different, even though it's the same character and the same person, but she does talk a little differently, a lot more open, a lot easier, and she's not as proper. You know what I mean? So, but she is still that politician. Yeah. And I wish that scene.
Oh, this scene right.
I wish that would have been in there.
First part of this. Yeah.
The Lost 20.
Yeah. That's Dooku.
That is Dooku right there. That statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the Lost 20 that left the Order voluntarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Real quick, talking about the actors. Is it Matt Lucas? Is that the voice of Anakin in Clone Wars? Is that his name, or am I thinking of another guy who? Because
it's Matt.
There was the voice of Anakin in the Micro series, who was different.
My gosh, can't remember it.
Clone Wars.
I know it's Matt.
I'll look it up. But I think he would have been a good live action Anakin as well. He has a good look.
He does,
and he's fantastic voice acting wise.
I think he's a lot shorter though.
He is,
to be honest. Yeah.
I
think he's our height.
All right, yeah, because we're
short.
Yeah,
but Hayden's like 6'2", I think, right? 6'2", 6'3".
Pretty tall guy.
Yeah. Matt Cantor.
Matt Cantor.
That's his name. Yeah.
Or Matt Lanter. Hold on.
Lanter.
Matt
Lanter. You're right.
Yeah,
sorry.
Matt Lanter.
Sorry, Matt Lanter.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. No, he does have a good look.
Yeah.
And I think he voiced the Clone Wars awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, R2, go get my food.
Yeah, what the heck? They're so mean to droids. Didn't say thank you.
Didn't say nothing.
Still, come on, people.
Didn't say nothing.
It looks like they're on some refugee ship. I don't know. It's laying low, I guess.
Let's talk about this because this starts the scenes.
Yeah.
This is where Anakin starts really pushing his relationship with Padme.
He is fishing right now.
But that's the thing is that I feel like I just feel like there was too much Anakin saying how much he wants to be with her. You know what I mean? Versus letting things just happen.
Yeah,
I felt like it would have been more natural that way.
More organic kind of scenes where let their chemistry come through.
Absolutely.
As Anakin, like, you're prettier, I mean, as a senator and like all that stuff. And,
very
attachment
forced.
is forbidden, but,
yes,
love or whatever he says. Yeah, hey, Leia Secura. There she's walking around. Look at these guys.
I just felt like it was forced onto us here. You knew the relationship was going to happen. I almost feel like it needed to happen accidentally with Padme versus
would have been cuter.
Because it was basically you're just throwing it in her face, and then all of a sudden they get into this tragedy where like she thinks she's gonna die, so she's like, "All right, I love you."
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Like
since we're about to die. I think she even says something like that too. Like since we're about, since we're gonna die anyways.
Yes, I think so.
I truly, deeply love you.
So I wish that's how I would have done it differently. I think I would have made it more. I would have put him in less romantic situations.
Yeah,
and then let just the natural chemistry, like you said, come together, come off of it, and I think it's really cool to see this too. This little map of the galaxy, with all the younglings in here.
Yeah, and what is the answer to the question that Yoda's asking? Is this an obvious answer?
Yes,
but he kind of.
Well, I think it's
I don't know. Everyone couldn't have thought like someone might have deleted it. I don't know, but like,
I think it's a trick question, but it's pretty obvious.
It's funny though. It's like anyone, anyone at all, anyone want to answer?
I mean,
it's good.
And he's kind of like, and I think he might be even saying like, "Come on, Obi-Wan, a youngling answered this and you didn't."
Yeah, go do your mission. Stop bothering me while I'm teaching these kids.
Maybe you should be in this class again.
Dunce, get out of here.
Start over.
Oh, he grabs it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah.
So, are we done with class today, Yoda? Or are you
is that it?
Can I go? Watch my Octonauts now. I kind of need to get going.
So now we've got the location Camino, which obviously we've never seen it, been there before. So thought it was a cool location once we get there. But
yeah,
Anakin and Padme arriving. Now there's a shot of a Millennium Falcon right there, or a
oh yeah,
it's not the Millennium Falcon, but it's a Corellian.
I never noticed that.
Yeah. Oh, you never noticed that? Yeah. It's not the Falcon.
Yeah, but it's that YT, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. YT 3000,
something
I think, or something.
That, yeah.
Now,
I should know.
It is confirmed, though, in episode 3. Do you remember seeing it in episode 3?
Oh,
that is the Falcon.
And I heard of that, I think, before, and I was looking for it, too. I was like, oh, where is it?
Yeah.
There it is.
And that is the Falcon.
Yeah.
Whoever owns it at that point, but it's the Millennium Falcon. Now, a lot of these scenes were practical, obviously, and this shot in Italy, I think, is where a lot of this stuff is. Italy was a big backdrop for Naboo, but they're back on Naboo. A lot of location changes in the prequels. This one especially. We've already been to Coruscant, Naboo, going to Camino, and then eventually going to Geonosis.
It's the new queen.
The new queen. Yeah, and then
Sio Bibble. He's still just like he's the take a chill pill. Come on,
I can't remember queen what her name was.
I
knew it for a second there. Did you ever look at those Jedis?
It's hard to find because I don't know how to search for them honestly. But I was trying to look through the Clone Wars episodes.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember. I need to do that. That's like a mission of mine. Is really just kind of hammer out all the names and of the Jedi. I know most of them, but not all of them.
I think about the family. Barra Sophie.
Barris.
I knew it was like Bear, something like that.
Is that now? Was she the one in Rebels? Which one was in Rebels?
Let me see.
That they thought was captured.
The Padawan.
Is that her Padawan?
It was her Padawan that was arrested for it.
Barris Offee is
that's the Padawan's name. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second here. But yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho, let's keep commentating.
So, Anakin right there being a little defiant, even to Padme. Kind of surprising a little bit, being a little brat, basically.
Yeah. Do what I say. Don't you do what I say. Let's see here. Looking up stuff.
Love the Jedi Starfighters, though. They little hyperdrive rig. So that obviously people realize that that's because the ship itself doesn't have a hyperdrive on it.
It's so small.
But now he's arriving on Camino. And this is a great locale, I think. And very difficult, I would think.
The water's always hard. I feel like seeing these animated movies,
and that you knew from the trailer too that this is where he's going to fight Jango.
Yeah, you saw that.
You saw it in the trailer with the water stuff like that. Now later on, I'll mention it too when it comes on. But if you've seen some of the behind the scenes stuff, the Caminoans.
Yeah,
they ride those flying kind of like whales almost looking things. Well, if you saw interviews of the behind the scenes of the stuff when it was getting made, those creatures actually were supposed to be flying around Cloud City,
right,
in episode 5, but he couldn't
couldn't do that.
The technology then was impossible.
Yeah.
So he eventually got him in here, and Kamino made him water animals.
Yeah, the Luminara
Unduli,
Luminara Unduli, and her apprentice was
Bera Safi. So Luminara is the one in the black that was standing there, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I recall she specializes in like healing. I think. At least in the EU, that's what.
Now she's the one that Ahsoka kind of runs around with, right? In that episode of Clone Wars, I think.
Barriss Offee.
Oh, Barriss is the one?
The Padawan is who she befriends in the Clone Wars and who's arrested.
Wait, who's the
master? Barriss is the apprentice, and Luminara is the master.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Luminara is the one also in Rebels that we thought was captured. It was a decoy,
but it was fake.
It's fake.
Yeah. Luminara is the one that Ahsoka gets trapped with, I think, in those catacombs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
In one of those episodes. So that's right, Luminara Unduli.
Yeah, cool.
So this is where a big question mark comes up when you're watching it, if you've seen it for the first time. Mm-hmm. Who is Master Sifo Dyas?
Master Sifo Dyas.
Now, I remember reading the book, and even in the book, it doesn't even explain who Master Sifo Dyas is.
Right. Yeah, some EU novels kind of, addressed it a bit. I feel like there might have even been a comic before around that time of episode 1 or whatever, where you see him. I can't remember. But yeah, you never really know. They never really address it. Even the episode 3 novelization tried to, I think, explain
a little bit.
Yeah,
they did try a little bit.
Yeah, but it's still, I don't know. I got the feeling. So he was just a Jedi. I don't know. Based off this, I feel like he was just a Jedi who ordered the clones and then died suddenly. I don't know. That's really all I got.
Well, when I remember after watching it and kind of, hearing rumors about it and reading forums about it, the one speculation that I thought was true that I heard was people thought it was just Sidious changing his name.
Sifo
Dyas. Sidious.
Yeah.
Because what's funny is if you really pay attention, it's crazy. And I'll point it out when it happens. But do you remember when Obi-Wan, after he learns of this, he goes back, right? Actually, coming up, he calls back to the council.
Yeah.
Or he's talking to Mace and Yoda. When he says a master's, it scrambles. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people were kind of played into like, oh, well, someone scrambled it, so they're not hearing it right.
Yeah.
But it's because Sifo Dyas stands for Sidious.
Yeah.
But it's actually not the case.
No.
There is a Master Sifo Dyas that sat on the Jedi Council 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he basically went missing. And it's not until an actual Clone Wars episode that you find out what happened.
Right.
The Lost Missions, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really cool.
Plo Koon finds his lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then kind of tracks down.
Here we go.
They just kissed.
Oh, gosh.
I hate the sand.
He's getting into it. Oh, my gosh.
It's all coarse. Gets everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's the worst. I used a lot of lines from this.
Sorry, I meant to cut you off. But didn't that setting? Isn't that in one of the Bond movies?
I think in
what was the first Casino Royale?
Casino Royale at the end of that.
Yeah, I think that's
probably
that same setting. But anyway,
this is creepy.
All right, so this is the first look at the clones.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing I did want to mention too. Is just how freaking cool is it that you're watching the original trilogies for so long and you hear about the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Then, look at it. We get the Clone Wars after all these years. Now that's Daniel Logan.
Yeah.
That's playing the kid. I don't know who plays that.
I can't remember his name. We looked him up.
That's a different guy?
That's a different guy. We looked him up because I remember seeing one of the conventions or celebrations, they had all three of these guys on stage. And they look alike. They all look so much alike.
Oh, that's right. No. So is that the one that's like the host at one of the celebrations?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it was? Okay.
I think.
And then you got Tamara Morrison, obviously, that plays Jango.
Right.
And ultimately the voice of Boba Fett in the original trilogy now.
Yeah. So they're all getting ready, but for what? They don't even know anything to fight for yet.
No. But that's the first batch, right? That's the first batch that's ready. 10-year basic acceleration, training, and growing. So for those of you, obviously, again, that don't know, they're accelerated aging. So that's why if you're watching Rebels, and you see Captain Rex, and you know, they're old men at that point. You know, they're all either dead or wiped out.
Right.
Now, if everybody watches Rebels Recon, for the last episode, it was asked to Pablo Hidalgo, one of the story group people, that what happened to all the clones if they're still alive, and he said that the majority of them are actually training the stormtroopers.
Yeah, I remember reading about that early on of season 1 when people were asking where are the clones too. Yeah, that they're training. But they're just really old because they can't fight because they're so old.
But do you still get the feeling that there's a lot of people out there that still think that the stormtroopers are clones?
Yeah, I thought that after, because I used to think that in the prequels that the stormtroopers even sounded similar. When they would talk, I don't know. Just
wait, you mean in the original trilogy?
In the original trilogy, I when I was younger, really young, because when these came out, I thought, oh, okay, so that makes sense that they sound similar in the original trilogy as well.
They don't speak all that often.
Not too much, but like the one scene I keep thinking of is when Obi-Wan's turning the tractor beam down.
Yes.
Like, what was that? I don't know, probably not, or I think it's another drill or whatever. They sound kind of the same, but no, I think a lot of people do.
Close the blast doors. Close the blast doors. Open the blast doors.
Yeah.
Open the blast doors. That's the same guy, but it is. You're right. They do sound similar. I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe the intercom portion of their
but
sounds the same.
No, because I get a lot of questions. People saying like, why John Boyega's character, like, how could he be a stormtrooper when they're all clones? So I have to explain. Well, they're not clones anymore. They're old. It's a very common mistake. So here's kind of a cute scene.
Yeah, cute scene.
Still,
now I don't know if everybody caught it, but do you realize, like, in that scene, he basically explained that the Empire is the best way to run the galaxy?
Yeah.
Like, he says one guy should just make them.
Yeah. Who are you? Not me. No.
Someone wiser.
Yeah.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Sidious.
Yeah.
Who ends up being wiser.
Yeah.
But but he just said that the Empire would be the best way to rule the galaxy.
Yeah.
The galaxy to run, and not many people, I don't think, followed that. But
no, absolutely, it's a clear sign.
Oh, I'm just laughing. We're gonna roll around.
Hey, we're good. Oh, if it happens, we're kissing. No, not really. This is awkward. This is a little
cut.
Yep. Wipe away.
This thing right here.
Yeah.
And I failed to have the name of it, but
how does that work?
But yeah, that flies around Cloud City in the early drafts of
one of the
Episode 5.
Kaminoans are riding them right now.
Yep.
And they must be able to breathe underwater pretty well too.
Pets. Yeah, they're water
breathers.
Water. Boba.
Yeah. It's Boba Fett. Oh, look at this. Look, he's about to give him too. He's so smug. Watch him.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. But easily one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe, Boba Fett. Yoda being number 1, probably Boba being number 2. Can't wait to get more Boba if we're going to. And
this is a good scene.
This is a good scene.
Good back and forth between these two guys.
Great.
So much like subtext there. You just know. Like, everyone knows. Django knows. It's good stuff.
But Tamara Morrison, you're right. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's
Sorry, Corey. My brother Corey.
Corey's live?
He went live on Periscope just now.
What the heck's he doing?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look, he's got a suit right there. Like,
but this is a good. I know, right? And even right here, he kind of glances over.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what language is. Is he
Mandalorian? They have
that might be Mandalorian.
Like actually,
I didn't even think about that.
He
basically tells him to go shut the door.
Shut the door, I'm an idiot. Oh, go shut the door.
Mm-hmm. But clearly, he knows he's that. That's him. And
so did Count Dooku use him, or did he just sign up, or Sifo Dyas actually use him? Because he says he was hired by a guy named Sifo Dyas.
No, he's saying Tyrannus.
Tyrannus.
Yeah. So Dooku, he knows who hired him. So Dooku basically tracked him down and says, "Do you want to be a part of this clone process?" And he volunteered. Obviously, not volunteered, but he got paid handsomely for it.
Yeah.
But Dooku as Tyrannus.
Yeah.
Hired him, and as part of the deal, obviously, he gets an unaltered in Boba.
Yeah. Why do you think he wanted a kid for his own? Just to have a legacy?
I guess the train, the next bounty hunter, I guess, the next
we're out of here.
But yeah, I think it was more or less just to train somebody in his ways and pass it on, and maybe that's a little foretelling of what happens to Boba. Maybe he trains the next person, because there's those rumors about casting somebody else and all that. But
a little show off.
Oh, why do you got to do this?
Hey, look what I can do. You impressed?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
let me cut your fruit for you.
Yeah.
Who does that? It's a pear.
If you're really a powerful Jedi, you wouldn't need to pick up the knife and the fork.
Yeah.
You just either
slice it with the Force there.
Yeah, right there.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take this out.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh. It tastes weird. The Force residue on it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this scene. What happened here? How do they start this? Why would you start it in the most awkward moment? Like they're just sitting. Let's just go sit by a fire in the dark.
Yeah, but so how would you have started it?
I don't know, because
walk into it,
or maybe like they're doing something.
They're laughing about something.
Yeah, because they had a nice dinner, so maybe they kind of.
Yeah,
I don't think they were like, let's take this somewhere else. Let's go.
I agree with you. Because
like
they do just kind of sitting there talking.
Yeah,
and
like there was no beat. There's not like a good transition. There's no. It's just suddenly there was a beat change, but we didn't get a reason why. That transition was really off for me.
Yeah, and it went. That's true now, and it went from the dinner to this versus going like back to Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
where time passes and you kind of get back into thinking.
Maybe that would have made it a little better for me.
That might. But you're right. But even going into that, they were having such a good time.
Yeah.
And then you swipe away, and then all of a sudden they're just staring at each other like, okay, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Whereas it should have been. They should have been a little more upbeat still and talking, and then maybe he kind of gets into his confession here. But I agree. Yeah, there's an awkwardness in the beginning of the scene that kind of throws it off.
Well, I do like the lighting. I like how it looks. It's
very well lit.
I like that. I like how it looks. It's just
And you could feel her uncomfortableness.
That's that harsh. Let's do it. That harsh light on the side of her face, the shadows.
But there was that time when she was kind of uneasy and shifting, and she's phenomenal. I mean, Natalie Portman is one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah, I'm a senator. She said that here.
Yeah,
and it's pretty. I mean, it gets good here. They're back and forth. It's good here, but it's just.
That's the worst line in the entire.
I wish I could just wish my feelings away.
I wish that I can just wish my feelings.
Yeah, I wish I could be wishful and wishing my feelings.
Come on,
that's
man.
just a
write
wish.
something else.
Yeah,
that would have been. You could have made something better there. I wish I can just wish away my feelings.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. So, if you could wish away your feelings,
like just wish. It's like I want to want to go there.
Wish away my feelings. So you should just. I wish I could get rid of it. I don't know.
It's like saying something. I want to like. I don't know. Like, I have to compare it to something else. But it's like you wish you could wish it.
I'm so mad
just
that I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what?
I'd like to like it. I would love to love this movie.
Yeah.
It's just.
I just don't understand that. It's like a double negative. Like you're canceling it out. Like, wait a minute. So you don't wish you could wish your feelings away? No, I wish I could wish away my. Wait.
Well, then wish it.
Then wish it. Just wish the feelings away.
Oh, this is not gonna work out.
I also thought about this too. Like, could he not transmit go somewhere like he's not rained on?
They gotta have umbrellas or some kind of thing. I don't know. Just
or build a force field around the thing where it doesn't rain.
Yeah, he looks back too like, gosh, jerks! I can just get drenched. Yeah. And that's poor R4 there. It's like
R4 is
getting rusted or whatever.
Doused.
Yeah. Gosh. He's got to do a he's
got to do the radar doesn't work.
He's got to talk out there.
So watch this. This is what I'm talking about. Like he's talking, and then right when he says Cypher Diaz, it scrambles a little bit. So you can't even really understand what he says.
Let me see. Hold on. I think it says right here.
Right here. A little bit here. Yeah. Right here.
Let's see.
It's right here. Yes, master. Yeah.
Kind of like fizzle. Yeah.
See how like scrambles like big there?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, wait a minute. He's about to say somebody's name that might make a connection or something. And it kind of scrambles at that point. Like somebody's watching or tuning in. And like, right at that point.
No, don't say it.
Have you ever wondered about that? Why, with all the advanced technology that is in the Star Wars universe, why the holograms can't be more clear?
Yeah, they're never like
that. They all look like that, and they're just not just a normal picture.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Why is that to be blue?
Why is that like that?
I don't know. I mean, I can understand in the original trilogy. Sometimes holograms aren't the best. Like, we don't see very many holograms, but here it's like the height of the Republic. It's just like, why not? Why can't it be perfect technology? Gosh, he's having some night terrors.
Night terrors.
Oh.
Wait a minute, is that new?
No, I remember that.
With the sound?
Oh, the sound. Oh, that's so
screaming?
True. No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
That might be a new thing in the Blu-rays. Hey.
Was that his mom?
Yeah, screaming. That's so true.
Because you just hear him saying, Mom, and then waking up. There's no echoing sound like that ever.
I don't recall that at all. Yep. You're right.
Whoa. Okay, so we just saw that.
Kind of works.
See that.
Kind of works. I like it.
And I actually do love that shot from behind him.
Yeah.
With the dawn coming up.
Yeah.
And she looks fantastic there.
No one wakes up like that. She had time. She's like, before I go see him, I'm going to...
Dorme put her makeup on before she looked out there. Actually, Dorme's not there.
Yeah.
Dorme's posing as her, right?
I guess.
On Coruscant. Yeah.
Gosh, she's always doing this.
Yeah,
come on.
They're on their own. They're on their own there. Just R2. But no, that was definitely new. That was not part of the theatrical version, or even the DVDs or the early. But this is the first Blu-ray, so the first Blu-ray set.
I think I'm just not realizing this though. His little rat tail, that comes from the side of his head. That's not because I was always thinking it was the bow tie. It was like the bow in the back curls around over his ear. No. But that's like a separate.
It is a separate.
Like he just grew out that part of his head, his hair.
You mean real life?
Oh, like in the store, I guess.
The store, correct.
It's gross.
Yeah, that's just gross. That part.
That's pretty gross.
Because that part comes off when you become a Jedi Knight, right? You get cut off.
Yeah.
Great fight sequence here.
Yeah.
About to start.
Now, this isn't Slave One.
It's not?
Right? Is it? I don't know.
It's Slave One.
It's
Slave One. Yeah.
He just inherited it.
Because it's the same sound. Remember, because they put the sound of this into Episode 5.
Okay.
With Boba's flying by, they changed the sound of that to make it sound like that. So it's Slave One. Now, what I thought was really cool, to be honest, like I'm wondering if Tamora Morrison actually watched and paid attention to Episode 5 and 6, because I feel like his movements are very similar to like Jeremy Bulloch's.
Oh yeah.
When he's standing there and he's fighting, and the way he moves, I feel like you can kind of tell that it is a Boba Fett. Like it's Boba Fett.
It's a good fight.
Hand to hand, man. You hardly ever see that in Star Wars.
Yeah. Zoom. He zoomed.
The only thing that's not the same to me, which bugs me, like, and I'll say it when we get to Episode 6. But when Boba Fett takes off, he like puts his arms up.
Oh yeah, like the old George Reeves Superman, like he just
and you notice in Django doesn't do that. He just takes off with his arms down. But
man, he
could have shot him.
And this is what I think. Like, keep talking about how good Obi-Wan is. Like, just how he can hold his own.
Yes.
Without a lightsaber, he just goes and tackles the guy. You know, he just.
Yes.
Oh, this has got to hurt. Oh,
ouch!
Cut the circulation off your wrist there with the wire.
But no, I really enjoyed this scene. I thought it was really, really good.
Really, the parts that I just don't like are really the Padme and Anakin parts.
Yeah.
Everything else is, I mean, there's not a lot of action like we said, but, you know, I don't mind it too much. It's just the Anakin Padme parts kind of bother me. But the fights are cool.
Yeah, the fights are really cool. I almost wanted more of that, you know what I mean?
And, this right here?
Yeah. You wanted more of this. You wanted him flying around. And I feel like this... kind of similar to episode 6. You wanted more of Luke and Boba Fett fighting. It's got to cut it short, but of course the running joke of
that's right here.
The head. That was episode 4, right? Yeah.
Oh,
getting his head. Yeah, that's funny.
Good throw.
Yeah. I do love the sound of that. Slave One.
The sound,
unique sound,
fantastic.
too.
Especially here, the asteroid stuff coming up.
Oh yeah,
that sound that one thing makes when it blows up.
Yes.
But this is
Return to Tatooine.
Hey, there we go.
Mos Espa, right?
Yep.
Still, because we don't see Mos Eisley in this trilogy, but landing on Mos Espa. Had dreams about something happened to his mother, and is going to go check out Watto.
Why would they take a more inconspicuous ship? You know, because episode 1 they're so worried about attracting attention because because they're using that Royal Starship.
Even that, I mean, they're even getting dragged around. It's like, wait a minute, maybe we should walk.
Yeah,
so we don't look like we have money.
Don't get robbed,
you know,
or be beaten. This is so great. I love seeing Watto again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Annie, little Annie.
And he just repairs the droid right away.
Yeah. He doesn't even do anything.
It's funny he's got like all these flies around him.
It's so gross. His beard's gotten longer.
Oh, yeah.
His neck beard.
Yeah. Yeah, he's having a hard time flying too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honey? That's good reaction.
Yeah.
Though. Good.
Yeah, I'm kind of an animated character.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see. He kind of just does this little hop like,
Boy, you sure sprouted.
Yeah. That's it. I like this line. "Oh, guys owe me a lot of money. Can you take care of a few friends for me or something?" Right.
What? How about deadbeats?
They have me with a few deadbeats. Owe me a lot of money. Wearing a flying saucer on his head.
So I remember hearing because I don't know if I can't remember if there was that much in the trailer about seeing the homestead again. Like,
Lars homestead?
Yeah, like that was pretty exciting.
Yes.
To know. I know that there were shots of it revealed, but I don't know if there was anything in the trailer really that showed.
I mean, I was surprised to see Owen and Beru, as a cute young couple at the time in this movie. But cool.
I knew when they casted them.
Yeah.
So they were gonna probably be in it, but
at that time I just didn't follow movie news at all. I was just I'm 11 years old at this time, and
I was just out of college. This is still part of that whole hyperspace thing that they had. There's Geonosis, the big asteroid ring.
A cool little chase coming up.
Yeah, it's great. Now, for those of you who don't realize too, and I think it's the audio commentary of this movie by the people, but they were specific on not, if you can listen, there's no music.
Yeah. Which again, like that's some of the best action scenes are the ones without music, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boba. And these sonic charges or whatever.
The sound.
Yeah. It's just no sound. No music's going on now until it hits. It's pretty
Stand
awesome.
by.
Yeah.
So cool. That's a big weapon there.
Yeah.
That's a massive thing to have. Oh,
Now, did you get the sense? How did you feel about like? Do you know, a lot of people say that this is what happened here is kind of lends itself to what Boba does in episode 5, like how Obi-Wan hides on like a rock, and they're like, he's dead.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett basically does the same thing in episode 5.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
sure.
kind of a little thing like,
learns it.
I remember what he did. I don't remember what to do here.
Yeah.
You know? Little trick of the trade.
Who?
Watch out. That's pretty that's pretty ballsy to fly around in that asteroid, you know what I mean?
It's a big ship.
Yes.
Not like a flat little thing like him, or even the Falcon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sucker. Get him. Fire. Good shot.
You hate flying because someone's always shooting at you.
Yeah.
Is that why?
This
That's
is
freaking
why.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I hate flying. So, like, you know, him and Mace are just hanging out. You want to go to lunch? Like, over on Alderaan?
No,
I hate flying.
Why
do you hate flying? Because I get shot at all the time. Wait a minute. We're just going to lunch.
Every time, yeah.
You think you get shot at going to lunch? I might.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah. Seriously.
This is
every time.
pretty hilarious. Like, I love that shot right there with, like,
It's so close to him.
the missile is, like, right there.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, 5 feet longer.
He's a little slower. Yeah, let's go faster.
Anymore,
yeah.
You know, but
This is some big weapons on this.
so the music kicked in right then too,
Yeah.
and the missile kind of came out of the of Slave One there. But
R4, good old R4.
get over all 4.
A few pieces of trash. Confuse it.
But yeah.
Then why does it say
more.
Oh, because he stopped moving? Is
Yes,
that why?
because he stopped moving.
Yeah.
He landed on the
Yeah, because I guess it's
landed
based
on
off
the asteroid,
motion.
just like that. There he
Good
is.
thing he was on the other side of it and they didn't see him.
Right. Now I never noticed it.
There's a city back there.
Actually, there's a city back there. You know, I never noticed it before, but those are actually the Trade Federation
Yes, no.
ships.
Oh, yeah.
From the first movie, basically.
I got that.
Those middle parts obviously separate and come down, but those are basically the starships that actually dock
Yeah.
into the
Like a
ring.
little Death Star.
Yeah,
Little
so
Death Star. Pretty cool.
now how surprised were you to actually see the Death Star plane?
I was pretty surprised.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool. I thought that was really. That last.
Did it ruin your original? Because, you know, before this movie, it was always known that Tarkin.
Oh man, I had no idea any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, you didn't know at the time?
Not that young of an age. I didn't really know the history, the books or anything like that. No, but I just thought it was cool, and like the whole last, 15 minutes of the film where it was showing that and it was talking to Sidious, bringing the plants to Sidious. I'm just like, oh, it's happening. We're getting there.
Yeah, I was surprised because I knew that I had read that Tarkin was the brainchild of the Death Star, and his whole Tarkin doctrine.
Yeah,
which I think is canon again.
It is canon.
Yeah. But I was kind of bummed about that because when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute, the Geonosians?
Yeah. Once again, R2, they can let him come all the way out and then tells them to go back.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they have to
that looks
uncover this, unearth it?
Yeah, because it was still there.
It's the same exact thing.
Same exact place.
3PO.
How many years later? 25 years? Was it? No.
Since not even 83, 77.
It was about 20 years, right? They shot that in 75. 20 years was 95, yeah. And they shot this in probably, when they shoot this in
2000.
2000, yeah. So it was like
25 years.
25 years, yeah. So.
Very good. Very cool. Looks
very
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love to That's the same place Luke's going to be.
Hey, Joel Edgerton.
Who is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, now he's
been in everything.
I love him.
He's been...
Warrior was fantastic.
I've not seen Warrior.
Oh, man. That
I know. I need
throws
to see
me up against the wall.
told me is awesome. But he was in, I don't know if you saw Zero Dark 30.
I haven't seen that one
He was
yet.
in Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
He's really good in that.
We've seen the lady girl who plays Baru. Can't think of her name, but we've seen her at Celebration. She at the autograph hall.
Yep, she was.
But they picked perfect people though. Just even without their knowing their acting ability, like just the look of them.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
And she's already fulfilling her role.
Yeah, but I wish that was Blue Milk right there.
Yeah,
that should have been Blue Milk.
Why would it be Blue Milk?
Man, you gotta drink Blue Milk when you're in Tatooine.
Yeah, that heat, man. Yeah, Blue Milk.
Now, you know where Blue Milk comes from, right?
Is it? I think I did know this, but I can't remember. Where is it?
It's Bantha Milk.
Yeah,
right?
I know something like that. It's
Bantha Milk.
Almost said Jawa juice, but that's
Jawa juice.
That's true. That's totally different.
Did we make up Jawa juice, or is that real?
Well, I think Jawa juice is real because what did they say? And I forgot, but what they said in Dex Diner or something like that. You want a cup of Jawa juice?
Oh yeah, that's right. Jawa juice. Yeah, that's right. Jawa juice is in. Yeah. Now I think that's like one of the best outfits for Padme. Like I think she looks. That's like one of her best looks.
Yep.
In this her hairstyle and the blue on her, I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah. But that's our first, obviously, introduction to a new character. Mm-hmm. Introduced Klieg Lars. Now, I thought this was a pretty phenomenal shot.
Yeah.
I love the shot of the shadow.
Yeah.
Yep. On the.
This is a good scene too. Just I think
very good scene.
Moment.
Yeah.
Just the shadow dialogue bit here.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you only got a small window of time to shoot that shot.
Yeah, that's golden hour.
You know what I mean? Like and you can see where the shadow moved because time moved, and they had to move the camera back. Yeah. And by that time,
surprised George just didn't animate the shadows.
I know, right? Replace it.
Yeah.
I probably would have.
Yeah. Why not? You can just do it.
But great music score there still, you know.
And he's got. This is cool. Like this, I thought this was probably the coolest part at the time when I was watching. I was like, this is so insane. Like he's becoming Vader already. Like it's terrifying and yet exciting. Right. Two sons. Yep. One sets before the other one. Oh, the music. Yeah. This is Duel of Fates.
Yeah. Yep. And that's another thing too. We didn't really mention. We mentioned Duel of Fates in the first movie, episode 1, but then there wasn't an original soundtrack, obviously for this, but an original song, Across the Stars.
Yeah,
that was kind of centered around Anakin and Padme's story. But God, John Williams, man, so glad he's still around to do episode 7. You know,
bless his heart, man.
Man, he's awesome. It just would not be the same.
Yeah,
I mean.
I keep thinking like, what are they going to do for Rogue One? Are they going to try to get John Williams, or are they going to try to start getting?
I think it's got to be. But I was under the impression I didn't think that he would be back for episode 7. Yeah. Did you? I don't know.
I always hoped, but I mean there are some other guys out there that can do pretty good too.
Well, I only thought that because Abrams always uses the same composer,
Michael
mainly.
Giacchino.
Yes,
guy.
Who is phenomenal.
Yeah, he can do. I'm sure he can do like John Williams type music, like Super 8 stuff.
Super 8 was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh man, Super 8 was so good.
This talk about Echoes, kind of. This is like the clone facility. You get the Battle Droid facility.
Yeah, a lot of investigating going on by Obi-Wan here.
Yeah. Do good. He's doing good Jedi work here.
And then now we actually get introduced for the first time, I think, is we actually see all the Separatists.
Yep.
The leaders of the Separatists.
Yep.
Guys from the Commerce Guild, the Banking Clan.
The Banking Clan.
Something like so. All those other places. Obviously the Trade Federation is there too. So.
Yeah, because immediately recognize Gunry there, his lackey.
Now, there's a little something off to me about them. Like they either sounded differently or something like that. But
the Gunry characters, yeah.
But I think I'm assuming it's probably the same people ever. But
yeah,
Christopher Lee, the late
Yes,
Great.
Sir
Christopher Lee. Sir Christopher Lee.
This guy. He's got to tune his voice, right?
No, he's a techno union. I think he's a techno union, right?
Yeah.
Techno union
There's
is
the
part
clan.
of the banking
the
clan.
Mune, right? He's immune or Mun, how we say it.
No, I think we said Mune, right?
Mune, right?
Which is what Darth Plagueis
Yeah, is that
is.
canon? Is that canon? I never know.
It
I
is
don't know
not.
if
Now,
George Lucas ever said that.
There is a Darth Plagueis because it isn't in
Yes,
the movies.
yeah.
But the story of Darth Plagueis in the book, I guess that's not canon.
Right.
Now, but
Uh-oh. Here we go. There's 3 moons.
now there's 3 moons.
2 suns and 3 moons.
3 moons of Tatooine. Nice. So we see the Sand Planet, or Sand Planet, Sand People Camp, and they got pets too.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got pets too. You know.
Oh gosh, this is
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy, man.
he's searching for his mother.
yeah. I assume he's using the Force to find her because the first hut he goes into, there she is.
Yeah, I'm sure he senses her now. Yeah.
Do you hear something?
Hey.
Yeah.
Get your dog off my dog.
Yeah. Hey, stop! Gosh, man, what do they keep her alive for? For what are they doing with her?
I don't know.
Hoping to barter her or something.
Maybe that, or maybe they just don't feel like they can do this.
And her reactions here, she just seems so out of it.
She
Like,
is out of. Well, it's been months,
Yeah.
right? Didn't he say
Yeah.
it was months?
yeah,
I mean, God. So they got to be feeding her just to keep her alive.
yeah,
But it's such a heartbreaking scene.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I haven't seen your mother in 10 years.
It's
and
pretty
here you are.
powerful.
Yeah,
you can kind of get the sense of why
yeah.
something happens to him. He falls,
Yeah.
whatever.
He doesn't want someone to die that he loves. He doesn't wants to just doesn't like a Sith. He doesn't like death.
No, doesn't like death. I feel like this is a pretty good scene. This is a pretty powerful scene with. I don't know if I would have went out and just murdered everybody afterwards.
Yeah,
but
he's so I do like his reaction though. The Hagerson does it good. Like he's like holding back the tears. His lip is quivering, and he just unleashes here in a second. But I thought it was funny though. Her when she does actually pass, like she just kind of goes limp. And I think it's just a very like that there. Like she just that's it. And then the music builds up. I like the music build up here.
Yeah,
it's like
she did.
Yeah,
For
she
sure.
just not coming back from that. Like he's just shocked. Like I waited 10 years to see her, and now she's just dead.
Very much so, and that that's something that's why technically that's why the Jedi are taken at a young age, right? So they don't ever experience this kind of loss.
Yeah, here it is. I love this music right here
because there's no attraction.
That reaction there is what I'm talking.
And that's what I'm.
It's
And that's
so sad.
Again, getting back to his acting a little bit.
Oh, it's so sad. I'm surprised that didn't give it a PG-13 rating right there. Just mows him down.
There's no blood though.
Dude,
So
this right here. Is that Qui-Gon trying to warn Anakin, or why is the Qui-Gon's voice there? I'm always trying to.
well, I think it's him talking through the Force
Trying to.
try to stop him from killing.
That's
all
what I've
these
always
people.
thought. Yeah, that's what I've always.
And he is kind of hearing it.
Yeah.
Yoda, that is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A voice from the grave, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
Because they don't know that yet. They
Yeah.
don't know that. That stuff hasn't. The stuff we see when Obi-Wan disappears in episode 4,
Yeah.
and Yoda in episode 6, they don't know that ability yet.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't ever even introduced to that building yet. So that ability. So, yeah, Qui-Gon, trying to get Anakin to stop, try to fill Yoda on what's happening there. So, what's he? Is he fixing it? Is it broken?
I think he's trying to,
Widen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has R4 ever gotten out?
He's getting really hot, really cramped and itchy in there. He's like, I need to
I
stretch
can't
my
get
legs.
out now. I'm stuck.
Yeah.
So just keep going. Whatever.
I'm good. I just, Listen to some tunes while you're gone. Catch them on podcasts.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Oh, I think there's a little scout that just saw what he's doing. Love it. Love the dashboard too. You know? I mean,
on the blazes.
It's so. That's one thing I think that I would have, and we'll talk about when we get there. But the viewing screens in the original trilogy, I wish they would digitally change those.
Yeah, there's a lot of apologetics, a lot of explanations why it's not actually better. It's just because like that's the state of the galaxy that it's like a post-apocalyptic kind of world. All this technology has been stopped. So they kind of do what they can. So there are explanations by fans for it. Nothing concrete. Totally, but I totally agree that they should. I wish they just kept it consistent, or go back and try to keep it consistent.
Yeah, sure.
Man,
very powerful scene here. I think too. Like, it makes you wonder. I guess he's physically carrying somebody there, or if it's. I've always wondered that if that's actually somebody, or if it's just something built to be somebody. But,
man.
But yeah, great scene. Great shot there.
Yeah. Hey,
now that's familiar territory.
Yeah, there you go. Is that blue milk? Is she had in there? It was blue something.
Oh, was it?
Something blue.
Now again, they made it look like episode 4, but
there was a
little higher tech. It looks like so. I think they replaced some of that.
See that blue milk right there?
That is blue milk.
Yes.
Wow. Awesome.
Went to the store and got
you need to go over there and just chug it.
Yeah.
Because it's good.
We got to do some blue milk. I got to bring blue milk to work on episode 7 premiere or something like that.
Yes.
That
would be pretty awesome. So this is
a good scene.
A little confession, to Padme here about what he did.
Yeah. And she's cool with it. She stuck around.
Now I'm told that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be Luke's land speeder in there? See in the back?
I wasn't looking at the one that he plays with. Oh, his land speeder.
His land speeder. I think that's their land speeder back there. I think that eventually he's using.
Oh yeah,
yeah. See,
it is. That's it.
Yep.
Looks like
pretty awesome.
Easter eggs. This is good stuff.
But the technology thing we're talking about, the screens, like I think I'd read too that it was it was supposed to be like in the original trilogy, the X-Wings and kind of all the fighter or the big Corellian ships that they had, like they were supposed to be like considered old and old technology, but as you can see, I mean, at least what we're seeing in episode. Or not just episode 7, but kind of in Rebels, like X-Wings have kind of been around. A-Wings have been around.
Yeah.
A little bit. We didn't see them in the Clone Wars.
Right.
Just kind of alternate versions of them. But, so, I mean, I'm wondering how old are they considering old?
I don't.
And
much, really.
But it seems like it's much older than even the prequels if you have just a really generic dashboard,
Right.
Like, I just wish that he would. That's one of the things I wish he would have done differently is if he went back and changed anything, it was kind of update the technology. Mm-hmm. Even when they were looking at the Death Star plans.
Yeah, it's like Pong or something like that. It's just like this little...
it's like Atari.
Yes, yeah.
It's like an Atari game. You can make that so much better looking.
Mm. Very cool.
That's the Graves thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 tombstones. Who are the other people?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably his wife, maybe, or something. And
the little boy.
The dog.
The dog. There you go, man.
Could be. You never know. How tough would it have been to dig in that dirt? So I hate to put a damper on things.
That's tough.
Man.
Yeah.
That's some deep, hard dirt right there. And nothing really, unless the moisture farmer is making them.
Yeah, they're actually doing the job.
Good soil, good ground underneath, I don't know. Good moment there here by Hayden though to talk to his mom. I mean, it's pretty.
She's wearing white.
Yeah,
and she's very Leia-esque.
Coming up, right? Especially,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
in there.
Not until of course R2 has to come over and deliver the bad news.
Hey guys,
something going on.
Yeah,
you guys need to be aware of. I know you told me to stay in the ship. I know it already. Just let's just cut that out.
Yeah, I walked half a mile over here.
Yeah,
just bear with me here, please.
It makes you wonder why didn't he just fly over there? Because if you know he could fly now.
Yeah.
Now does he have all the same armor on it? Or 3PO, does he have all the same parts, colored parts? Or he needs to be colored too, maybe.
Yeah, he needs to get his gold plating.
Golden up. Golden up.
Well, why? Did they explain it here? I can't remember if they explained why 3PO comes with them. He just suddenly becomes part of the group.
He's just standing in there at the time that they take off, so not enough time to get.
Yeah, I'm taking your robot. It's actually mine. I built it, so I'm just taking it with me.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I like this. He's fighting the droid.
Oh,
but obviously he doesn't get.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Come on, you're safe. I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking down at him. It's like how the science of the hologram phone camera, whatever. How does it know to switch to the person? Do they just automatically?
Right.
Who's ever talking? It just goes to him.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. That whole hologram thing kind of still just throws me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like the way they look, but it just makes you wonder why they still look like that. They haven't figured out the signal or something like that, or how to make it.
Yeah.
The camera's not as good. I don't know. But
he's like my father. In the stories, he's like his brother. He's like his father.
Now, see, at some point, I don't know why it's doing this, but Hayden all of a sudden is now not wanting to listen, wanting to listen to Obi-Wan and the Council, whereas all this time beforehand, he's like, no, I got to do the right thing. So,
stay right.
You would almost think that right there, it's like, okay, we're going to get Obi-Wan, and no questions asked, but it had to be Padme for some reason, which I wasn't really a fan of,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Who let this guy in here?
Malice there, I think, right?
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smits.
Yeah. This guy.
Now, again, this is where we kind of get political.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With the council, has to vote to
emergency
give him emergency powers to in order to initiate the creation of this army.
Yeah.
Which is already completed.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. I always wondered, like, as my first act, I will create a grand army.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Here they are.
I'm so good, right?
Does no one not stop and say,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's that guy at the very top. It's the guy at the very top. He's like, wait, no, wait, hey. Is no one else saying this?
Yeah.
They're taking crazy pills?
Yeah.
Like, what? They don't. It's pressing
his intercom button. Army already. How?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He's trying to signal them down there. They don't
accelerated growth. Wait a minute. Like in 2 days?
Yeah. I don't think so. I follow the journals, the science journals. I know the current technology.
Right. So this is actually the first time in this scene too that we actually hear the name Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
Right? This is the first time
he alludes him to the fact that there is a Sith Lord out there.
That he knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, if he didn't say that, then they wouldn't have known anything at all.
No.
Maybe it's just to create that sense of fear or a sense of impending doom, like, hey, the dark side is kind of back. I mean, well, they had suspicions that there was another Sith out there anyways,
right?
Because of the Rule 2. So
Right. But also, Dooku is claiming to be good still. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just all.
So there's a reason he's introducing his name. He's introducing his name to give him a different, to throw him off, I guess, in the sense that, okay, I'm not the bad guy here. There's a bad guy that we're trying to fight.
Yeah. But
so that's the thing too, is man, it can be confusing what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, oh, it's a clone army. Are they good? Are they bad? I mean, the clones are the good guys.
Yes.
The separatists technically are the bad guys.
Yeah.
But Dooku, as a separatist, is thinking he's fighting the bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though he's actually the bad guy that's fighting, doing Sidious's bidding. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, he's definitely
a lot going on there.
He's definitely playing Obi-Wan, trying to get in his head, but
there's a lot going on there, though.
But he thinks he's doing what's right.
Even when you walk out of episode 2 in the theater for the first time, you really are kind of like, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
Or what's the story?
Who was fighting?
Yeah, who's who and who's what?
Yeah.
Like separatists, okay, well, he's a separatist, but come on, he's the apprentice.
Yeah.
And part of it is he trying to do what Vader was doing? Was he trying to recruit Obi-Wan and so that they can kill Sidious?
Maybe. That's just always the thing with the Sith. You always have to you have to kill your master.
Yeah, that's always what they're doing.
So
to me, that's kind of what was happening there a little bit too. Is let me test him a little bit, see if he's even entertaining the idea of coming to the dark side.
God, Jar Jar.
Jar.
Do not say what you're about to say. No. Sit down.
Yeah.
Go away. Look, he's all
excited. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. Are you stupid? The spider-looking guys are like, no.
Yeah. Reluctance.
Whatever. Yeah. I'll take as long as it takes to give you guys a good army. Oh wait, here's one.
But again, going back to kind of like the Tyrannus scene there was, the whole clone thing too. You just felt like that, especially in episode 4 when you heard it the first time, or how many times you watched it. You kind of got the sense that the clones were the bad guys. At least I did.
Yeah.
When Luke was like, "You fought in the Clone Wars," and it's like, yeah, I was watching Jedi. Like, if I like, it's almost to me. It almost sounded like the Jedis fought the clones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we fought against these clones that were trying.
Yeah.
So Strange kind of went to me in a way that they were at the end of this movie. It's like clones and the Jedi, plus the whole Clone Wars illustrate that they were kind of one together. They were fighting together. Yeah, we're just gonna drop in this tunnel here with the smoke. Yeah,
that'll do. Hey.
Don't worry, I'm a pilot.
Yeah.
How do they know? That's the thing. How do they know that was? Did she say something like that? That was
they were. Yeah, they
away in.
It, yeah.
Okay.
But still, it's just like,
how does she know that they're just not going to
no, man,
go right into lava or something?
It's in the script.
As
my dad would say, it's in the script. Don't worry about it.
I'm through arguing with you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm through arguing with you. Yeah, you're right. C-3PO happened to just be hitching a ride in there. If he wanted to get out, I guess he had to jump out.
Yeah.
But
it's very steamy.
Do you feel like you wish or we should have gotten more 3PO and R2 in this trilogy?
The prequels?
What we got? Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely not the focus like they were in the originals, but I feel like they kind of picks up here and in the third one. I mean, they're definitely present. I think they play a big part, especially in this one. But no, I don't think they were underused. No, I don't think they were underused at all. The only thing, the first one, I just, like I said in the previous commentary, like, I don't know, as a kid, I always thought was kind of bothered that 3PO didn't have coverings. It just kind of, I don't know. I mean, I understand. I'm fine with it, but my initial thoughts are like, oh, that's kind of weird. It's almost like, it's like he's not really C-3PO yet because he's not covered. But it was just a weird thought. But no, I like it. So these Geonosians are just lounging.
They're lounging.
They're just
sleeping there.
Let's just go on the walls. Let's just take a nap on the wall.
It was pretty creepy a little bit.
Yeah,
but not when you got a lightsaber.
I said something.
Not when you got a lightsaber.
Yeah, flipping it around. Just slice them.
Mm-hmm.
Slice. This reminds me, he's killing all these guys. I watched a video about Vader's kill count. Like they were reckoning about all the times Vader's killed somebody in the original trilogy, and it's like not very many. And then they go to these movies where Anakin's like slicing all these guys and killing all these guys. So it's like 50 people ultimately he's killed.
We just don't see.
Yeah, we just don't see all of it really.
Vader's, you know,
yeah,
like it is.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh gosh,
Dang.
destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, no mercy, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I guess. I mean, Jedis are allowed to.
They're
allowed
okay
to
with
kill.
killing.
I guess. Huh?
There's not really morals about killing in this world, in this universe, galaxy, whatever.
No.
Oh.
Good scenes. Good twirling.
Yes.
Good twirlings.
Good twirlings. This is awful. It's the worst place to fight.
Shut me down. I love this. I love that line. You know, we're getting a comic based on why he has a red arm.
Yes, yeah.
Here in December.
Yep.
Kind of real interested in that.
I feel so bad for 3PO on this. He just gets tossed around and can't do anything about it. I feel so bad for him.
That's true.
Oh, so you just like, come on. He didn't do anything.
Ouch.
Oh,
wait.
What's this?
R2 could fly?
When did this happen?
Why didn't he do that in the original trilogy?
Yeah. So many things could have been different, I feel like. I don't know. Could have helped more.
Thinking specifically, maybe, I don't know if anything would have, but it just would have been nice to
Yeah.
know.
Like, I don't know. Like,
sure.
just could have flown out of something, maybe somehow help somebody out of a jam.
Yeah.
By flying around. It's a pretty epic sequence, just this whole thing.
Especially in episode 4 when they crash land on the desert planet Tatooine. Why would he roll around the desert and not just take off?
Yeah.
I can understand. Okay,
it's not easy to drive around.
Saving battery or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Sure. Fuel. You got fuel in there too. Maybe he's out of fuel the whole time.
Maybe. They have fuel for droids?
I guess. Maybe for jet packs like that, for boosters.
Yeah, maybe.
That's funny.
When did they put his on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so confused. I like that.
Yeah.
Force.
Boom. Boom.
Just push them off.
Boom.
Just rip their wings out with
Just
the force.
Like force lightning them.
Yeah. There you go. Flip. Flippity flip.
And then what knocks him out is a freaking arm.
Broken nose.
And then something goes on.
Whatever that is. Is they making a gun out of that? I
don't know. Be nice if they were, though, I guess.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're watching this, nothing happens to her.
Yes.
She can't die.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How will Luke and Leia be
Not
born?
yet, anyway, but yeah. And R2 right there, I mean, I feel like it kind of took a little longer than it should.
Yeah,
he's shutting that off.
He's trying to communicate. He's trying to find the right language to write. Yeah. But yeah. I like the music.
Hot.
That quick zoom.
Magma.
Liquid hot magma. It's like, shouldn't it be there already? I feel like it's filling up.
Shouldn't he need to try to get out of here?
Yeah. Oh, hey, huzzah.
Okay.
It's like a little bit should have come through and like singed her face or something like that.
Yeah.
Make it a little dangerous.
Make her a little unattractive.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Just enough where Anakin's like, oh, okay, that's...
Yeah.
Maybe not. It's got a good beat here. I've always thought that was a good beat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Somehow that releases them, but all right. Or coming up here, I guess.
somehow, saber gets cut off right here, right?
But like,
I think. Yeah, right there.
Does he remake the exact same style lightsaber? I guess for the third movie, because it's the same.
Is it the
style.
same hilt? It's the same
Pretty
hilt.
sure it was.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe
I think it was a little different.
Yeah.
So he's got to get a new one, obviously, for this.
For the third one.
For the third one, and to pass it down.
Yes.
To Luke.
Which he never really did. I mean, maybe he told everyone at one
some
time.
point.
Yeah, like, hey, if I ever die and you still live because you're older than me, I don't know if you live longer than me.
But that's the thing. He had to have said, if I ever have kids.
If I ever have a kid, which I know is against the rules.
He ever has it. Right.
Like, it's crazy, but
that is a little off.
Let's just say.
I don't know if this is a little off.
I just thought Obi-Wan always said that just to something nice to say to
true.
Luke. I don't know,
could have.
Because lines all from a point of view.
He's like ready to die. I'm ready to die. So I'm going to kiss you for one last time.
Yeah. Like I use this scene for my film class and showing how bad dialogue is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's just so direct. It's just so like, there's no subtext. It's just like, about to die, I love you. And we kiss, and that's it.
But didn't he the one that says, you love me?
Yeah, just like, I love you. You love me?
Yeah, but like, what I'm saying is back on the ship, he's like, as Jedis, we're made to love, or we're trained to be compassionate and all this stuff. It's like, of course I know you love me.
Yeah.
We've been hanging out this whole time, and you're a nice lady,
You're good.
And I love you too because I'm supposed to love you.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
But I did forget to mention earlier, like, I thought that was one of the best posters we ever got.
Oh, them embracing each other?
No, they weren't embracing. They were.
Were they facing away?
They're facing away.
Oh, right.
Understanding.
And in between them, it says that. Yeah.
It's the Jedi code.
Yeah.
A Jedi shall not know. A Jedi shall not know love.
Yeah.
Or no, shall not know anger nor hate. Nor love.
Right.
And it's them two kind of back to back. Fantastic poster, teaser poster, which I have.
There's Lucas and his homages again to Gladiator films.
Yes.
He always loves doing this kind of stuff.
That's very true. Very true.
Big film buff.
Obi-Wan already captured and on display. Getting ready to get
they're going
peeled.
Oh wait, they didn't decide to take her belt off.
Something in my mouth.
Yeah. What did you put in your mouth there? Let's just spit it out.
Pick this lock and kill every one of you.
Yeah.
So right after this, or I guess after this short sequence, is when really starts kicking in.
Crap hits the fan in a
It's
cool
about
way.
to get going. So
It's about to
that
go
was a trailer
down.
shot
Yeah.
there. But I gotta be honest, I was a little seeing this for the first time. I was a little like, okay, all right, how do they get out of this?
Yeah.
Because
You get nothing.
I mean, she's got the key, so she can unlock and then just run away.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Oh, these are some great animals.
Yep.
Here.
And the sounds they make. I love the sounds they make.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
It's just terrifying. The Acklay and that wolf type of thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
that would not last 2 seconds in this. Like that thing, especially, it's just,
That thing is like, I'm
Oh.
just going to eat you.
gosh. Then there it is.
Oh, yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. Now, Obi-Wan said it in episode 1, right?
Yeah. I have a very bad feeling. I think he say. No, he says I have a bad feeling.
I have a bad feeling.
Luke in the
about
first
this.
one says I have a very bad feeling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think they say it a couple times in that one. I think. Oh, don't
Then
stab
does Han say it?
Han says it at some point. Yeah.
In episode
Leia
4?
says it.
In episode 4, I mean.
Yeah, I guess that's what I think. He's the second one that says it.
So Luke says it.
Luke says it,
When he sees the Death Star, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
and then Leia says it sometime, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Didn't expect that to happen. I guess. Oh. Stop. He's fine. Just look.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Who?
Yeah, thankfully, that's a good move right there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Oh, her reaction to hit this claw.
Yes.
Scratch. Like it's just like
that is painful.
Like that's a he laughs.
That is painful.
Like she just that's in stitches, infections.
Well, that's
just,
shot to the cinematography shot right there.
Yeah,
shot up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not last. I would give up. I would just lay down. Like, okay, come on, this is it.
Yeah, is that so? Which one is is that the Nexu, the thing that attacks Padme?
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
and then the Acklay
is the big spider-like
thing, and then I can't remember
that they're native to Felucia.
Oh, the Acklay is. Yeah,
well, they're all in the. I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, that's right.
And these things.
I can't remember the rhino thing.
No, I can't remember. Oh man!
I love his look right here. Like,
gosh,
just run.
He's doing the best. Yeah,
just run.
Do the best he can.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that thing. But
awesome. And I love how he just snaps his neck.
He just steps on him.
Knocks the crap out of him with this stick here.
Oh,
he just smacks him in the face with it.
And then he gets stepped on later and killed. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh. Poor thing. Oh.
But I guess they were pretty trusting that Padme is gonna hold her own and not die by that thing. Like no one's helping her.
Yeah. They say too, like he said, "What about Padme?" It's like, I think she's on top of things. Yeah. So, but still, like that thing can climb.
Yeah. That was a pretty.
Ooh, good dodge, man. He is. This is fantastic. I think this is very reminiscent of like a Clash of the Titans kind of like thing. I'm sure George Lucas was just like loving it. Oh,
ouch!
Yep,
death.
This is gonna hurt. Don't do it. Ow!
Yikes!
And the pain, I guess, in your back is gone.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good too. Yeah, just takes out and snaps in half.
His face. Yeah. Oh, I'm out. That's it.
Now, I can't remember the difference with winged and no winged Geonosis.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if one's a male, one's a female. I don't know. I can't remember. I thought I knew. And again, like Poggle the Lesser, right?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even really look like
a Geonosian.
I mean, a little similar.
Yeah, more similar than like Boss Nass.
But I was about to say, it's like Boss Nass being the leader of that. Yeah. It's like you don't look like anybody else, and he doesn't look like anybody else really.
Right.
Looks a lot older and.
Oh boy!
Here we go.
The
stuff is about to hit the fan.
Yeah, his lightsaber. It's the first time to see his lightsaber.
Oh,
his face. He was totally surprised.
Purple. This party's over.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the masters there, like secure in the back.
Yeah.
There's a.
That was Luminari, right?
Yeah, and that's Barriss.
No, that's Barriss right there. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
What was she doing? Stop.
And then we got another one. I had a thought. I forgot it.
Yeah, it's all good. Another what?
I was thinking of another Jedi, but
we saw pretty much everybody on the council and
flamethrower.
Yeah.
Right out of his wrist.
That's so cool. I love that shot there.
But again, just as excited I was for the Obi-Wan Jango fight, the Mace Jango fight.
Yes.
Now they talked about that a lot in the behind the scenes stuff in the making of.
Yeah.
Because there were speculations of this big fight in the arena between Jango and Mace, and I gotta be honest. I got a little. It was a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do anything. It didn't last.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you always had this. You just had this thought of like Jango flying around, and Mace fighting, and just back and forth for a few minutes. But unfortunately, it didn't show the kind of the.
Oh, it wasn't epic. It wasn't epic enough or whatever. Yeah.
Like Jango's power, you never really got it, you know?
Yeah.
Because his backpack went off and he couldn't take off. That's why he got his head chopped off or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
So cool.
But this is great. Started really kicking in the beginning of the Clone Wars here. C-3PO. And Mace, yeah, I love this.
Oh, this is great.
Boom.
Ooh, his face. He was like, oh,
Gun.
yeah. Back to back.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson was loving this.
Oh, man, he had to.
Come on, man. This dude. Good job. Jango killed the Jedi just now. Like, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, by just seeing that, it's like, okay, he's going to give him a fight here. You know, this is going to be. And I think one of the best shots too is Mace rolling over here and immediately rolling up. And
yeah.
And that look right there, I love that look. Like, all right, it's on.
Yeah.
What do you want? Love that look.
Yeah.
See right there, it's like, now that was later added because I'm pretty sure it wasn't in the theatrical version how much it sparked.
Right.
To show that it was damaged. Like
right.
It's like right here, right there.
Yeah.
Like some of those I don't think were added in the theatrical until just to kind of show. Then right there he tries to take off.
Fight's over. Yeah.
You can see where he tries to take off there and no doing so and it shorted out basically.
Yeah.
And do you notice the shadow, right?
Whose shadow? When
he cuts his head off right there, the shadow of the head, like you can see the head falling out of the helmet.
Yeah.
Because that's why a lot of people were like, wait a minute. So when he picks up the helmet later, where's the head?
Yeah.
But right there, there's a shadow. When he cuts his head off, you can see the head actually flying out of the helmet. So the helmet's empty by the time Boba gets down there, you know.
Kid Fisto's smart.
Kid Fisto.
Yeah. Pearly whites.
Yeah. You held your own for about 2 seconds against Sidious later.
Hey,
that's all right. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Now, did you, the interview we had with Collins, I thought it was pretty interesting how he talked about, I don't know if anybody out there listened to the interview, but it was one of the past episodes. But I mentioned to him about well, he was talking about because he was the voice of Proxy,
right?
Unfortunately,
right.
He mentioned how at first, we actually had this debate. I forgot to mention this to you, but he had mentioned that The Force Unleashed, when they were doing it, they were told it was canon.
Yeah, I remember that. Being advertised.
So they were told that this was the beginning of the rebellion. How it started. This Jedi or this Sith apprentice, basically,
right?
Vader's Starkiller. But he said that when they were doing Force Unleashed 2, that they were told, okay,
maybe
sorry,
not.
but this is not canon.
Yeah.
Because, you know why, though?
It was like too powerful. It made him...
No Jedi could take down a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Because if you can do that, then they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
And it was funny how he compared it. He said that Lucasfilm or at the time, whoever was in charge of he didn't give a name, but whoever was in charge of kind of the continuity, probably Leland.
Yeah.
But actually, I think he might have said, I think he kind of said Filoni for some reason. But he said, I think he might have said Filoni said, compared to this, Jedi versus Battle Droid, no contest.
Yeah.
Jedi versus Super Battle Droid, which those things are right there.
Like a destroyer, too.
Or actually, I'm sorry, it was a destroyer.
Yeah.
Jedi versus a destroyer, it's a push.
Yeah.
So, no way that they can take a Star Destroyer down. You know what I mean? So, so interesting that, a lot of people kind of do complain about this scene a little bit, like, wait a minute, they should just wipe out these guys.
Well, like Mace Windu himself, like in that Macro series, just be able to and push them all away,
like hundreds of them, right? Blow them up.
Yeah.
First shot of clones, well, in action.
Yeah.
But now, were you bummed at all to know that every clone was CG'd?
Well, I mean, okay, as a kid, I never noticed it because I just wasn't aware. But now I'm a little bit because I see it and it kind of takes away the realism a little bit sometimes.
Totally agree.
Even with this, like little things like at the end here when Padme falls out of the ship and rolls on the dunes, and there's a clone walks up to her and is like, "Are you okay?" And it's all CG, like all these guys, and every single one of them. But yeah, it does. It takes away a little bit. Even episode 3 as well, especially episode 3, because you see them a lot, and with their helmets off too, you can kind of tell.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it would have been nice to see some practical troopers. Although I'll point out again too, coming up, one of my best cinematic scenes in all the Star Wars movies coming up soon. But just like that, everybody's gone.
Yeah,
except Boba, alone with the mask. Oh,
good shot though. Mm-hmm. Hey, like a Star Destroyer.
Now, obviously, those are probably already pre-built and like a part of the Republic. I'm assuming, right?
What,
the Star Destroyers and everything? Like,
yeah,
because the Clone Army is one thing.
Yeah,
but to have all this other stuff, I think they already had all this other stuff, all the gunships and.
Yeah, I guess they had to.
You know, I guess, but
I mean, it takes 3 years, but that's 3 years for episode 3. But yeah, Clone Wars show, immediately have it.
Yeah, they do. Like
all these ships here, and they already have all these.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's all just Republic gunships and all that stuff that the clones are trained on, I guess, early on. But there it is back there.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I know that's the first time I saw it. I was like, "What was that? The Death Star?" I think I just saw the Death Star, but I can't really remember. Have been jammed. Damn, that was tragic. I wonder what Jedis were even on that. You know,
probably.
Oh, there were, but this just looks phenomenal. Oh, it's troopers, man. Clone troopers everywhere. I wonder if that's Cody.
Commander Cody.
Commander Cody?
Maybe not at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Captain Cody? I don't know.
Commander Cody. Is that lower? That's lower than Captain, right? I think because Captain Rex
is kind of the big one. Well, I thought Commander. I don't know. But Commander Cody, at least in the third one, he has like an orange, I think, kind of color.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. When I see this, I think of Battlefront 2. There's a big map on that game.
Can't wait till Battlefront either.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, so the transports are trying to get back up in the sky.
Yeah.
Now, I got to admit, though, at some point, like, that looks pretty dang real.
Yeah.
It's almost convincing that those aren't. You know, part of me is like, wait a minute, they wouldn't stand like that, I guess, if they're real. I don't know. One thing, I don't know if you feel like this, but one thing I would have loved to see, and I would have even pushed for it as part of the special editions, but how the world, we never seen them deliver AT-ATs. ATs to the ground.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. I think there is an explanation for how they do it, but I've always, like Rebels this past episode.
Yeah, I was hoping they would show that on Rebels.
Yeah.
Like,
they just drop it.
Because right there, like that thing flew in and kind of dropped that down and then flew off. Like, I wonder if that's how the AT-ATs get.
I mean, I guess Star Destroyer just lands on the planet and takes back off, maybe.
Well, no, like in Hoth, they never landed.
Yeah.
They sent them down, you know. Like, I think they're in a smaller, like, building. Or not building, I'm sorry, starship.
Yeah.
Kind of like out of that docking bay there. They just kind of land. And that's something, maybe it lands and the walkers come out of it. Kind of similar to, I guess, in episode 1 of the battle droids, you know, those ships come down and let all the tanks out and everything. And so, I don't know.
Man, they're kicking butt right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. But see that previous scene, too, where Tyrannus gets the Death Star plans, like, you know, he's telling them, my master, I'll take it to my master.
Yeah.
So it's almost, I don't know, it's weird. Like, even the Separatists are like, wait a minute, is he... Do they ever like, wait a minute, who's he talking to? Is he like...
Yeah.
Going behind our back or something?
They know about Sidious. At least in the third one, they know about Sidious because Sidious talks to him.
Well, you know, in Newt Gunray knows
Yeah.
But
that's right. Yeah.
Maybe doesn't know at this point he's still involved. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it's Tyrannus and the Separatists versus just listening to a dark figure. You know what I mean? That looks pretty real though. That part,
not too bad.
Some of this stuff does, but
there's some movements.
But knowing it does hurt a little bit. I think.
Boom. They got it.
You guys do realize like a couple of them were still up there.
Yeah.
Now this coming up is, I think, cinematography wise, is one of the best shots. When it's covered up like this.
Yeah.
And there's just those clones just shooting at them. And I mean, that
see
shot right there.
Yeah,
that is. Oh man, that's awesome looking. Look at that.
Well, it's like coming up here to the fight with Dooku.
Look at that.
Dooku and Anakin when it's all dark and you see just the lightsabers flaring around.
Right.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Really, really love that shot. That was phenomenal.
Just shoot him out, man. He's just right there.
Do you know how many bugs you would get in your mouth?
Yeah.
If there are bugs, I guess, on Geonosis?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Just shoot him.
Yeah, I guess we all thought you guys could handle him by yourself.
Yeah, no. Come on, man.
Come on. He's just an old Count Dooku.
Yeah.
You know?
You hit the
dude. Boom.
We get Sand her cut.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you know what's gonna happen now. You gotta get home, take like 2 showers, get it out of your hair. Easy, Tiger. Oh,
I don't care. You know that I was always bothered by that too.
He's a little brat. You know, he's a little.
I mean, and it's like he needs me to lecture me on what she would do before I know what I would do. You know, I don't know. That bothered me about that.
What's he thinking?
And Yoda knows everything.
Yeah, he really does. It's just. Okay. Well, any preference or just any old ship? Here you go. They're about to. Don't wait too long, because then.
I know, right?
Jeez. Sorry, clones are expendable.
This is a great setting, though.
Yeah.
I mean, love that shot there.
Yeah.
Trailer.
Oh, idiot.
Youch. Force lightning.
Wait
a minute. You are a Sith.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I always thought this was cool, like how he blocks with the lights. Like, I never thought you could do that.
It makes you wonder, is it attracted to it? Like, is like almost like an electrical conductor? You know? Or it's like just like,
I guess. And come on, I feel like he must be pretty good to beat Obi-Wan.
Yeah. But even though, I don't know how much it's talked about yet, but you know, it looks like it's a different fighting style, like Obi-Wan had than Episode 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's a lot less. It's more, to me, it looks more original trilogy, where it's just a lot of like strike. Well, like spinning, and jumping, and all the stuff that he was doing in Episode 1.
Well, I mean, in the books, he made his own, right? In the EU, he kind of did his own fighting style. Mm-hmm. No, I wish that was the case here, but yeah, he's still pretty awesome, still pretty good. Just slice his face off right there. Oh,
ouch! That would hurt.
Yep.
Because that's not like just burning you. That's like taking a chunk out of your skin there. You know, pretty amazing.
Yeah. Slice his feet now. Feet gone. Come on, people.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Although
stop spinning around and fight. Yeah, it's not good with his left hand, I guess.
So that's just the power around that area.
Yeah, it's
that kind of killed. I guess
cool.
all around in there, but now it's different now because normally you don't actually see the light,
right?
Because it's put in after and post, right?
Yeah.
But here, obviously, you're seeing the lightsaber glow on their faces.
So there.
So like right there, it's not really.
They had it on set. I mean, they might add a little glow, kind of post they highlight in a certain area, but
that's a pretty deadly strike right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's like most of his arm is gone. It looked like pretty much.
It's like Luke, where it's just his hand comes off. It's like he just sliced my arm.
Yeah.
So after the elbow,
I think so. I think
up here.
I think.
Yeah, so he gets a whole. His arm gets
in episode 3. We'll see it definitely because he has his shirt off and you see how much.
Right. I think you're right. I think it's right here.
Yeah,
I think it's right below the bicep. This is actually pretty funny. Like, wait a minute, what are you trying to throw at me?
Yeah,
you trying to throw that at me? Come on.
Yeah.
And then he's got the whole ceiling basically falling down on him.
Yeah. While he's doing that, get him. Just throw your lightsaber at him.
Now, I'm pretty sure in the trailers there was no Yoda fighting. Was there? There? I mean, I think there was that one shot of him igniting the lightsaber.
That's what it was. Yeah.
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 This is coming up right here where he takes out of his
camera comes in on him. Yeah.
Now, so the first time you see him fight, what was your reaction?
I just thought it was cool. I just thought this is the coolest thing ever.
I love this. How he just absorbs it.
Yeah, that's how awesome he is. He doesn't need a lightsaber. Really doesn't need a lightsaber.
You still have, yeah.
Smile. But no, I absolutely love the fight.
Yeah,
Yoda was just too cool.
I mean, the biggest thing I think it's realistic to his size,
and
his agility and everything, like that, how he would fight. You know, it would be cool to see, like when he's only, 50 or 100 years old.
Yeah.
Back then to see,
like it'd be hard to get him.
His style is,
I think it'd be hard to fight Yoda just based off his size because it's like he's hopping around. You're trying to slice as he's hopping around.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Very hard.
Like while he's in the air, he kind of pauses and goes. It's just he's.
Yeah.
Moves pretty well.
He was just Padawan.
Everybody was. But I guess maybe he's a real Padawan.
He's a real Padawan. Yeah. He wasn't a young.
He studied under him.
And then Qui-Gon was under Dooku, right?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Help him out there, Obi-Wan. Yeah. Pushing along.
It's awesome. And of course, by doing that, the bad guy gets away. But
fight me or save them.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he ain't even in it that much in the third one.
Yeah.
Although there's a lot of them in the Clone Wars, so if you want to see some Dooku in the Clone Wars,
the Clone Wars really unpack his character and how awful of a person that he is, and how bad of a guy.
Absolutely.
He's just so safe.
Now, did you have a sense where he was going?
I don't think so much in this one. But I mean, it's clearly Coruscant. Maybe it did. I can't remember, but no, not really. I didn't focus too much on it.
Yeah.
Until I saw it, many times later. But
I thought Sidious was, even though I knew Sidious was Palpatine.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just felt like that it wasn't going to be there. It was be like some other world.
Yeah,
it's
just like down the
meet up
industrial district.
I'm going back to Coruscant. A wanted man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to join a Trinity experience.
Well, in the episode 3 novelization, I think it was explained that there was like a tunnel from Palpatine's
there is
office
to
this area.
No, there is, which I'm hoping he's got like a speed trainer. That's a long way.
Yeah.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
From his, because I think didn't he have it from his, I think he had it from his from his apartment to the Senate building, and then the Senate building or something like that to here.
Yeah,
was where he, his travels, but the only time we see Sidious in this movie is right here. The one and only time. Never saw him in a hologram, which I was surprised by. But
Lotaradas.
That's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, not so obvious if you already got to know the story.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's still a little bit of a mystery, but great cinematography there too, man. So, big words coming here from Yoda.
Yep.
As we wrap this up, close to wrapping this up in a way. I think we at the end here we get a little Imperial March. I think, don't we?
Oh, the music.
I don't know.
Do. I don't remember. We'll see.
It's kind of a reiteration. Is that what you call it?
Like
reiteration
version of it. Yeah, like,
something like that.
Adaptation of it, whatever. So they're talking about the Clone Wars here, I guess, or
talking about the victory or whatever.
Yeah,
that, and Yoda's like,
thankfully,
wait a minute.
Yeah,
it wasn't no victory.
Yeah,
we got beat down.
Oh, yeah.
And then the shroud is gone.
Yep. Very good. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
There's their ships. Yeah, there's their
right here, like
cruiser ships. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yes.
Just kind of foreboding, like foreshadowing, like this is it.
I remember like this. I was like, wow, look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the Empire basically.
Yeah.
And eventually becomes the Empire.
Palpatine just thinking to himself like, this is gonna change here in a few years.
Yep. Load up the Star Destroyers.
They're already just going all this.
Which they're probably not called Star Destroyers. I don't know though. But
I wouldn't think so. Very nice. That's Bail Organa there. Doesn't look too happy.
Yeah. And again, the Echo, right? The end scene here is very reminiscent of Episode 5.
Yeah.
Where you've got the droids.
Yep.
And instead of Luke and Leia, you've got
this little skeleton hand.
The parents, mom and dad. Getting married.
No
in
engagement
secret.
time period. They just went straight to the marriage.
Oh, that was the engagement as Geonosis.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
battling it out. Now you're getting married. Yeah, she put herself in a corner, right? She confessed when she probably didn't have to.
Yeah, no. She thought she was going to die. And she survived like, oh gosh, I just told him I love him.
I gotta do this now.
Yeah,
totally.
All right, but we gotta keep it a secret though, because you'll get kicked out of the order. That's the only reason why we should keep it a secret.
Yeah, right.
Yep. There it is.
Awesome.
Jonathan Hales.
Yeah, he did. This was the one and only one that he kind of helped. He had someone else help out in the script. 1 and 3 did themselves, and I feel like Jonathan Hale didn't really add to it that much. Sorry, but dialogue by far was a bad part of this.
Yeah,
this episode. So, but anyway, where's this rank?
Where does this rank? For me, this is the bottom of the list. I mean, I don't hate the film. It has flaws, but I still love it because it's Star Wars, and it still adds to it. There's still some really cool moments in it.
Mm-hmm.
Some good characters, even some good moments from Hayden Christensen. But it's still my least favorite because it's a very long one. The pacing's kind of off. I feel like in some parts it gets really slow in the middle. not a lot's going on, a lot of talking in it, but no, yeah, this is number 6 for me.
Yeah, it's by far the lowest of the 6. It's yeah. I mean, we mentioned it early on. It's just after you get past that initial chase scene in the beginning, and then it's just really just. I mean, if you look at timing, it's like close to a little over an hour and a half of just dialogue and researching and trying to find out what's going on, and then you have the love story going on, which I mean, I'm fine with it in a sense. I mean, there's some bad scenes in it,
right?
But almost every Star Wars fan out there hates the love part about it. I mean, but again, we said it before, it's got to exist. Yeah,
we got to have it somewhere. I mean, it could have been condensed maybe a little bit, or at least rewritten to be, I don't know, more entertaining of some way. I don't know, but
sure.
Put them in a conflict while they're on Naboo. Give them some little reason to draw closer to each other. I don't know. Like somebody tries to mug them. I don't know, while they're walking downtown or something. I don't know. But no, it's least favorite, but still a good one.
Yeah. Again, lots of people made this movie.
Yeah, no, helped make this movie. Yeah.
So. All right, so that's the episode 2 commentary.
Yep.
Again, we are going to bust through all the movies. Kind of get these out before. We're going to really try to get these out before episode 7.
Yeah.
Every week before episode 7 releases, so 6 weeks out, we're going to start pumping these out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just tuning in to this, I guess after episode 7, obviously when episode 7 comes out on Blu-ray, we're going to be doing we'll do the same thing. We'll just do a commentary on it.
Yep.
Our thoughts, because we had, by that time, pretty sure I've seen that thing about 10 to 12 times.
Oh, gosh, yes.
At least.
We'll know it. We'll know it, frame by frame by that point.
And there might be some huge questions still.
Oh, I'm so excited to see
about
what we know, what we don't know.
What we don't know that's going to be revealed in episode 8, right? Because it's like, when you saw episode 4, there were still questions like, what, Vader survived? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
We have the luxury now by doing this. We know everything right now, the story. Like just now after episode 2, it's like, oh my gosh, the Clone Wars? Like, what do we, I guess we'll get into it a little bit at the beginning of 3, maybe a little preview, but like, how bummed were you were you bummed at all to know that the beginning of 3 actually was the end of the Clone Wars?
Well, I mean, it was surprising to me, but honestly, there was still so much happening in the film, though, because like immediately when the Clone Wars ends, like you're getting into Grievous and Utapau, you're getting into Anakin kind of falling into the dark side. So it moves fast for me. The third movie does, but no, it was very strange. Yeah. Oh, it's the very beginning. Oh, great. Oh, wait, it just ended.
Yeah,
so,
because
that's it.
For me, partly it was like, wait a minute.
Such a big part.
I've waited all these years, and all I got was the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
What happened? And not knowing really that there was going to be a true because remember we got the micro series.
Yeah, leading up to 3
before episode 3 came out.
Right.
So we were like, okay, there's some animated stuff there. But thankfully we did get a television series that filled in the gaps. Even though it wasn't completed fully, but we got we got 5.5 seasons basically of Clone Wars TV. So anyway, all right. I guess as the credits close out here, we appreciate you guys checking us out. Inside the Force, InsideTheForce.com. You can listen to all the other commentaries of the films that we're doing. I actually kicked around. I don't know if we do it. I was like, I wonder if we do a Clone Wars commentary
for every episode.
Yeah.
That'll take a while.
That'll be a long time.
Don't know about that.
Although we could get
the movie.
Although we could get 4 to 5 of them done in just the amount of time we just did spend for that one. They're only half-hour shows. So.
Yeah. So eesh.
Yeah, but that's probably that's probably too much to ask for. Anyway, again, at Inside the Force on Twitter and on Facebook. Go there. One thing I will have to say, go check out by the time this comes out. We put a little mashup trailer together for episode 7 that I thought was really, really good. I actually teared up the first time I saw it. So thanks to Chad Perkins for putting that together. Anyway, too, got to give him credit for that. But anyway, Case, final thoughts or anything on the commentary?
Good, but nowhere close to great. Still pretty good.
Still pretty good. Not bad.
Yep.
So we appreciate you guys checking us out. Again, move right on to episode 3 if you want. If not, if you saw it when this is just released, you might have to wait about a week because we're leading up to it. But if not, go check out all of our commentaries from the original 6 movies. And keep listening to the podcast at Inside the Force. You can get us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio and TuneIn Radio. He's Casey.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm David Cottingham, and may the Force be with you.
This has been a production of the 21 Network. For more great podcasts, visit 21network.com. To view additional content, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/21network. Follow us on Twitter at 21network for the latest news and updates. The 21 Network, for the fan and all of us.